What is up, my friends? We are live with another match day here on Anfield Agenda. And the big news, no Mohamed Salah in the starting 11 for this one. He has to make do with a place on the bench. We're having our best take of what we think is the Liverpool lineup. And, well, positionally, what is the Liverpool lineup. And we think it is Alisson in goal, Szoboszlai at right back, Konate, Van Dijk, and Kirkes making up the defence. Then we believe it's Jones, McAllister, and Wirtz in midfield. Frimpong right wing, Gakpo left, Ekitike striker. Now, the only thing we're unsure of here is which right-sided player is in which right position. So there's every chance Szoboszlai could be right wing or right back. It's difficult for us to try to figure it out, but we'll figure out which one is in the right position. But that's the 11 anyway. And as you can see with the changes, we're trying to figure it out on the fly. Your bench today, ladies and gentlemen: Georgie Mamadashvili, Woodman, Gomez, Endo, Isak, McAllister, Salah, Bradley, Robbo, and Rio. That is the bench today. Some big calls there from Arna. He stuck with Konate, didn't stick with Mo, so we made that change there. And it's interesting. So I guess first and foremost, I want to know how you're feeling about the team selection and, any feedback on where you think the players will be playing. Of course, much welcome. Connor said the bench is pure filth. It is quite strong, the bench it is. George, how are we? Hope you're good and the family are good. I think Wirtz will score and Ekitike. Who do you think scores and how are you? You're predicting 3-0. I think 3-1 for me, George, my man. I'm good, thank you for asking. Just in the door from my psychologist appointment. So I just got in, changed into my YouTube uniform, which is pyjamas and a jersey, and jumped on to have a chat with you guys ahead of the game. So still processing the team. I'd love to see Wirtz get involved in a goal like yourself, mate. And yeah, you've been a big Ekitike fan since day one, despite my bantering with you, George, on their Discord. But yeah, it's interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. And again, George, thank you so much, mate, for your membership with us and your support. So I guess the first poll is, was he right to bench Salah? Let's start with that one. So, was Slot correct to bench Salah? So, was Slot correct to bench Salah? Now, look, couple of things on this one. Apart from the fact that you've got the form aspect of it, there's nothing wrong with giving a player a rest either. So, whichever way we want to word it, whether it's rotation, whether it's dropping, whether it's rested, doesn't matter. The decision is made, and it's understandable for a whole host of reasons for me. Like I said, whether it be the form, whether it be just giving him a rest, it is a brave decision. So I'd like to know your thoughts on it. I got in a bit of trouble, by the way, with some people in the comments. I was reading through, Connor made a little clip of me saying that I didn't really believe Arne Slot, saying that, Chiesa had a knock, and I said, I don't really know if I believe it. And of course, it went out, and people pushed back a little bit, saying this is why I'm on the outside. This is why the club don't want that to do with me. This is why, I'm on the outside looking in of Liverpool fandom. And I thought about it long and hard because, it makes you sit up and notice when you see these things. And I thought, ultimately, I don't change a single damn thing that I said, because everything I said I believe is the right way to do it. And if people are naive enough to think that football clubs never lie to a fan base or never massage the truth in their favour, I would say that those people are being extremely naive. Because, like I said, we've seen this before, and it's the manager's decision, and I'm always fine with his decisions. I just don't have to believe every word he says. And I was a little bit surprised that people were so shocked that I'd said I thought maybe there was some porcupines being told there about Chiesa. But again, I appreciate everybody's feedback on it. And I have to say, the people that were pushing back were doing so in a respectful manner, except for the ones who were, taking pride in your man's comment, saying this is why you're on the outside. But his comment originally was a fair and balanced one. Right, what have we got? Oshuman is playing today. Just don't know if he'll start. I haven't actually seen the Galatasaray lineup yet. It's just come into me now. So Galatasaray have Kakir, Singo, Sanchez, Barachi, Jacobs, Lucas Torreira, Lamina, Arkun, Gundogan, Yilmaz and Osimhen. So Osimhen does start for Galatasaray. Gio, Salah being dropped is the right call. Thank you, my friend, for your super chat and your support. Appreciate you. And look, I think it's the right call as well. But I think it also answers a few people who asked, does Salah have the ability, actually, was one thing. Because some people believed it was in his contract that he has to play if he's fit. I told you I never believed that would be in any contract. But it is still a big call from Arna. But I think, for me, it's the right call. Because we haven't seen the best of Mo so far this year. And I look forward to seeing how Mo reacts to it. Because I've no doubt he'll react to it in the right way. As he normally does. He will use it as fuel to get back to where he needs to be. Liz said, happy match day. You look handsome, my friend. Thank you. You're very kind, Liz. Looking forward to a bit of a time away with the family now next week. So just, looking forward to tonight's match, Liz. And then Chelsea on Saturday. For me, Chelsea on Saturday is the bigger game. Because we've less wiggle room in the league at the minute. So I'm nervy about that one. Aaron said, free Fede. Look, mate, I can't change what I said yesterday, and I don't want to change what I said yesterday. I do feel like there has been a decision by Arna about Chiesa over a long period of time that he isn't convinced by him. Some people, of course, are only too happy to buy everything that the club say. I always say to people, like, question everything. Question what I say to you, question what you hear. Because, you know, whatever the manager says about him having a knock, I think the history of his time at Liverpool has showed us that Arna doesn't tend to favour Chiesa a lot of the time. But it will be interesting to see if he's in the squad, which I hope he is, for Saturday. Harry said, love the content, Craig. Thoughts on Dom playing right wing? We're trying to figure out if he is. That's the thing. We're not 100% sure yet if Dom is playing right wing or... Yeah, we're figuring it out. Is it going to be Frimpong on the right wing or is it going to be Dom? What do we think? Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know yet, is the honest answer. But either way, I'm fine with it. You know, if Dom's at right back, fine. Frimpong's at right back and Dom's at right wing, fine. If Wirtz is at right wing and Dom is the attacking midfielder, fine. It's just hard to know when we've seen just the lineup and we don't know exactly who's going to be playing where. So imagine coming onto my channel and then asking somebody, am I the only person who doesn't like the Anfield Agenda channel? Well, yes. Yes, you are, pretty much, you know. And you don't need to take my word for it. Just look at the millions and millions of views every month, mate. And you're not going to bait me today. You can try, because that's all you little bitches have, is an attempt to take a shot at the big boy. But you know what I mean, mate? I don't need your approval. I'm good. I'm good with the supporters, with the community, with the friends we do have. And yeah, you're just another hating little bitch. So you go live your best life, which I'm sure is awesome. And I'll carry on being the most watched Liverpool fan on the planet. If that's okay with your good self. You know, numbers don't lie, bitch. Numbers don't lie. And I worked hard to get here. So, show me some respect, please. Stevie Boy said, Canade should be dropped along with Salah. I don't like using the word dropped. That's just, for me, I don't like using the word dropped. But I don't think there could have been any complaints from Ibu if he was benched for this one, or rested, or rotated, or... It's a tough call, though, because like I said the other day, Stevie Boy, you've got a Gomez who didn't really pull up any trees against Southampton. And then you ask, is that because of a lack of match fitness, a lack of match rhythm, or is it just because he's in a bad vein of form? And then you've got a Canade who has been 50-50 this season. So, yeah, I think he can maybe find himself a little bit fortunate that circumstances maybe mean he continues to play, but he needs to be better. It's an interesting set of players tonight, though. I'm very intrigued to see how it all goes. Good stuff, Craig. We have your back. You're great. Oh, look, people just come in to try and shithouse. It's okay. I understand it. Like, but imagine, just bear with me for a second. Imagine professing to hate somebody you've never spoken to. Isn't that like really odd? Like, not liking me, that's fine. But imagine hating somebody and you've never spoken to them or met them. It's a very weird place to be in mentally, and it's a very unhealthy position to live your life with. I would say I hate maybe 5 people on this planet, and they're people that I would have had dealings with. To say I hate somebody and I don't know them, it's weak more than anything to say it like, you don't know me. So to hate somebody you don't know is just a bit weird. You do not like my opinion, that's cool. I don't like my opinion some of the time as well, but it is what it is, you know. Kirk is over. Andy favoritism is getting annoying. I mean, I feel like I have to defend Arna somewhat on this one. Oh, and sorry, let's bring this one back up. I think I have to defend Arna a little bit on this one because remember last season, like, let's be fair about it. We spent probably half of last season as fans saying we needed a new left back, right? We did. We can't rewrite history. We spent probably a good chunk of last season moaning that we need a better left back, a younger left back, a fitter left back. And yes, Milos Kerkez has been stop-start, hit and miss. I think any Liverpool fan would agree with you on that one. But like I said, mate, let's not rewrite history. We wanted a new left back. The club spent 40 million quid to bring one in. And in these type of positions, Owen, where you've got somebody who hasn't quite settled, you either keep playing them until they hit the rhythm, or you bench them and dent their confidence and play the old guard. Now, again, I'm not saying there isn't an argument that Robertson shouldn't have started this game, but the favouritism thing, I think, is a bit weird. Because, well, yeah, he's the left back the manager wanted and went out and spent money to bring in. So, of course, he's going to want that guy to be a success. I don't think it's favouritism. I just think it's understandable considering he's the manager's guy. And he also gave Andy Robertson the vice captaincy. So he clearly thinks that Robbo has a lot about him as well. I love the content, Craig. Thoughts on Don playing right wing? I think I've done that one. Tom said, love the attitude. Appreciate you, mate. Thank you. Kasara said, I hope we play good football today. As do I, bro. As do I. Be nice to see a bit of a free-flowing game. I don't really know what to expect from Galatasaray, to be honest. That's a difficult one for me because, you know, I've seen them play United last year in the game. I think it was 3-3, if my memory's right. But I haven't really paid much of attention to Galatasaray, so not really sure what level to expect from them today. I underestimated Paris Saint-Germain last year, to my own detriment, of course, but I don't think Galatasaray are quite Paris Saint-Germain, so if we show up, we should be winning. Wesley said, Salah's my favourite player. This has been a tough start to the season from the man as a pro, so I think he'll take bench in the right way. I believe he will as well, Wesley. I believe, you know, like Virgil said many times, players don't need to be told when they're not at their best. You know, they know. Same way we'd all know. You know, if you go out there and play for your team on a Sunday, or you play a game of tennis or cricket or whatever it is, and you haven't played well, you know. If you're not in great form, you know. So, yeah, I think, like you, Salah will react to it in the right way. Will understand the manager's thought process. Of course, he'll be disappointed. You know, any great player would be. But he has the right kind of mental attitude, I think, to get back to where he is. And I don't think he's finished, mate. I don't. I think it is just a temporary form thing with Mo, and we'll see him get back to where he needs to be as you know, these relationships keep building on the pitch. Liam said, what are your thoughts on a 4-3-3? Well, 4-3-3 is how we play, mate. So, I'm easy. You know, we get caught up too much, whether it's a 4-2-3-1, whether it's a 4-3-3, whether it's a 4-3-2-1. Sometimes we don't even see the changes that are actually going on in the game inside the game, like, but ultimately 4-3-3 is roughly where we've been at for quite a while. Sometimes, like last game, I think we switched to a 4-4-2 at one point. And then a 4-4-1, of course, when Ekatike got his red card. So, yeah, I'm all right. The formation's fine. I'd be more concerned if you start playing with a back three all of a sudden. That would worry me. Ken said it hurts for the chemistry's sake. We have to play our best 11 until it works, even if some guys suck so far. I guess you would have the argument, Ken, though, about what is the best 11. And I don't think there is one answer to that question, because it really does depend on the opposition. Like, there will be players, of course, Ken, who will go straight into the starting lineup in any of our best 11s. You know, you're talking about your Virgils, your Alissons, and most likely your Mohamed Salahs most of the time. But I think I would rather we play the players who've just come in and give them a bit more wiggle room with form than maybe somebody like Mo, who has a very long history of the league, of the Champions League, of brilliance. So his form is more concerning to me as a Liverpool fan than somebody like a Wirtz, who's come in and you can see his form's not there, but you know why it's not there. You know, he's just getting used to things and figuring it out. So yeah, I wouldn't know what the best 11 would be, to be honest with you, Ken, because I think it changes depending on the opponent. And maybe Slot's thinking, like somebody there has just said it in the chat, which is a really good point. Maybe Arne is looking at the relationship with Wirtz and Frimpong previously and thinking, all right, maybe I can get these two on the same page. As Timo said there in the chat, and thank you, mate. Naturalist said, some are saying the team is having an identity crisis. What do you think? I think it's probably on the extreme end of that viewpoint. I think it's just having teething problems rather than identity crisis. That's what I would say. But look, people are looking for everything at the minute to try and pounce on us. I've seen others trying to make out like the dressing room doesn't back Arne and they're split on, and loads of stupid shit that just is over the top. So I'd say teething problems rather than identity crisis. So, we asked you, was Slot correct to bench Mohamed Salah? We need about 50 more votes to get to 2,000, but my goodness, this has been an overwhelmingly one-sided vote. So if you haven't voted, keep voting away from me there for a minute, and we will get to the 2,000, knock it on the head. But wow, I thought yes would win, but like this is a landslide of a vote so far. Chris said, are people just going OTT after one loss? So some would, Chris, yeah. I think that's fair to say, mate. You know, as fans, we have a tendency to go too far one way or the other. You know, you win a couple, you think you're unbeatable, you lose one. Yeah. But I think most people that I've spoken to, Chris, felt like we'd gotten away with it a bit up until the loss. We felt like the loss wasn't a surprise based off what we'd seen so far this season. But for me, it's just a blip. I don't see it as anything to be overly concerned about. I think we need to find solutions and see progression bit by bit, step by step. That's where I'm at with it, mate. You know, I'm not surprised when we lost to Palace because we hadn't been playing great, but certainly nowhere near any type of panic button pressing from me. It's just, I'd like to see moments become periods, become a half, become 60 minutes, become a game of us playing at our best and not just these 10, 15-minute little periods. Josh said, hi mate, it won't let me send the bigger super chat. Well, from my perspective, don't you ever worry about that, Josh. You being here with us, man, is more than enough, and I appreciate you taking the time to be with us, and your super chat is appreciated whichever way, sir. So thank you for being here, and appreciate your support, my man. I think somebody in the chat asked about the top I'm wearing. It's the goalkeeper's kit made, the K-Dips. It's the goalkeeper shirt made from the third kit. As soon as I seen it, I thought, ooh, that's a bit of me, that one. So yeah, it's the goalkeeper's kit that belongs along with the third shirt, the green shirt. Right, we've gone past 2,000 votes. 91% of people feel that Arna was right to bench Mohamed Salah for this game. And thank you to everyone that took the time to vote. Appreciate you. So, again, to people coming in, we're trying to figure out if Szoboszlai is at right back or right wing. There's 3 positions we're a little bit unsure of, so we're trying to kind of figure this out as we go. Is Wirtz going to play as the 10, or is he maybe going to play in the right wing? If Wirtz is on the right wing, that would mean probably Szoboszlai in the advanced midfield role and Frimpong at right back. Or is Arna having a look to see what Frimpong is going to be like on the right wing, playing Dom at right back? There's a couple of things we don't know just yet that we're trying to figure out. So if it changes, we'll make those changes as the game goes on. Lucian said, I love the way the team makes me believe they can win even in extra time. I remember Man United had that. Definitely. It's a glorious trait to have, and it's a lovely belief to have as a fan as well. Like you've said, we've seen Manchester United do that many times over the years. So for us now to be in that position where, yeah, we can do it and have done it quite a bit, it's nice. Arsenal, to their credit, they did it as well against Newcastle. 1-0 down, I think, with 10 to go, and they turned it around and won it 2-1. So if you are going to be, one of the top teams, that has to be a trait that you have, that ability to just keep going right to the final whistle. Jack said slot already confirmed Frimpong right wing. Cool, thank you for that, mate. Like I said, I just came back from my psychologist appointment and jumped straight onto the computer, so I barely had any time to look through anything. So if it is confirmed as right wing, yeah, that's sound. So yeah, that makes sense. I can understand it because Frimpong has the ability to get up and down to him to help Szoboszlai, and Szoboszlai also has that ability to drift in field and utilise his range of passing and ability to pick out a player. So it's an interesting one. Do you think Slot trusts Hugo more than who? Than Isak? I would say it's just a fitness thing at the minute. And also, to be fair to Ugo Ekitike, he started really well as a Liverpool player. So, I don't know if Isak was 100% fit and up to speed, whether he'd be starting tonight or whether both would be starting. But I've no problem with Ekitike playing because he was, rested because he was sent off. So he's fresh, and I'm sure he'll probably start in with Isak against Chelsea. So people asking about where it's on TV. In Ireland, I'm watching it on Premier Sport. It's on Amazon Prime, I believe, in the UK. After that, I'm not sure. For me, I'll be watching it on Premier Sport in Ireland. It's also on Amazon in Ireland and the UK. But other than that, man, I don't know. Paramount Plus in America, thank you. Galatasaray fans are petty. Well, to be fair, our fans have let off fireworks outside teams' hotels before. It's part of the shithousery that comes into modern fandom. So I'm not going to hold any ill feeling over that one. It's it's just the way football is these days. Where were we at? Aaron said, have a feeling once Wirtz gets the first goal, the weight will be lifted and we'll see that confident lad from Leverkusen again. I think I agree with you. I don't even think it needs to be a goal, Aaron. I think, a good assist or just that one moment that brings that belief into him. And like you said, I think we'll see a different player. We'll see him start to have that arrogance in a good way back. Blizzard said, just joined, starting 11 thoughts, hope you're well. To say I'm surprised is an understatement, because as much as I did my video and I had Mohamed Salah on the bench, I never thought that Slot would really do it. So I'm happy, but as happy as you can be that Mohamed Salah is not playing, if you get me. I'd much rather we had our much known and loved Mohamed Salah doing his thing and out there and content and in good form. But I do think it's the right decision, even if it is just to look at it from a wrestling perspective. Mark, how are we, mate? Hope you're well. Just keep doing what you're doing, Craig. We love you. You're so kind, Mark. Thank you, bro. 11 months with us as a member as well. I really appreciate that, Mark. So a couple of things, ladies and gents. Firstly, while I have you here, where is it at? This one, the giveaway of the Diogo Jota shirt. If you haven't entered it, there's still time to do so. All you need to do is check out the Anfield Agenda Instagram account at Anfield Agenda, and you will find all the details there on how to enter a giveaway for that signed and framed Diogo Jota shirt with thanks to our friends at the Collector's Corner. So do make sure that you go over and check that out on the Anfield Agenda Instagram. It'll give you all the details on how to enter. Also, our last ever show is coming up now in, just under 3 weeks. We're going to be at the Hot Water Comedy Club, Liverpool, Sunday the 19th of October. Last I checked, there was about 40 tickets left. If you'd like to come along, you can get your tickets with the QR code on the screen, priced at just £15. And we are going to donate all the money from our ticket sales to Joe's GoFundMe for his wheelchair basketball chair, as we try to help him hit that target of about £7,500. I think, was there anything else? Oh, and if you'd like to submit your player ratings after the game, make sure you're in our WhatsApp, which you can join by scanning that QR code or the one in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. I've said this before, whatever Craig says happens. The Where's the Money John campaign got Henry spending millions. I'd love to believe that was the case, bro. I'd love to think that anybody pays attention to my ramblings or thoughts, but unfortunately, I'd say this is just a manager decision. I'm never arrogant enough to think that anything we say or do on here has any impact on the fandom or on anything. I just give you my opinion as I see it and as I feel, and whether that's different or same as everybody else's, I just try to be honest. Have I ever been to see Paul Smith? Paul Smith the fighter? Yes. Paul Smith's done some very nice things for me. I've said this before. So Paul Smith and the Smith family, who represent Liverpool so incredibly well and are also great advocates for autism awareness. When I was on Twitter before, when I'm not really in the content world, we were looking to get my son assessed when he was younger, and the waiting list was just ridiculously long, so we were going private. And I sold a few bits and pieces. One of the things I sold was a signed and framed Gerrard shirt I had. And I sold a banger of a car I was driving at the time. Because we wanted to get our son assessed privately. So I posted about that on X. And I got a message from Paul Smith. And I didn't know Paul Smith. I knew of him as a boxing fan, but I didn't know Paul. So he messaged me. And I'll never forget it. He said, "Hey mate, I heard about your story about your son. And I messaged Steven Gerrard. And he's sending you over a signed, framed LA Galaxy shirt," which he did. And ever since that, that was just one moment that I went, wow. I'm so glad, because I was supportive of the Smith family. But when you're supportive of somebody and you know that they're a good guy as well, or a good woman, I just couldn't believe it. He sent me over some Smith Brothers t-shirts. He gave me tickets to see Callum go and fight as well at the M&S Bank Arena. So I will only ever speak in glowing terms of the Smith family, because apart from being a huge fan of the boxing, I'm a fan of them as people. So whenever I see anybody have a pop at them, I always think, no, not having that, because Paul Smith to me is an absolute legend, and I owe that man more than he'll ever know, or more than I'll ever be able to repay him. So yeah, nothing but love for them from me. Josh said, "Come on the Reds. Hopefully Saturday was just a blip. We win, we lose, we stand together with heads held high." You always stand with our head held high, absolutely. And we win and lose together, Josh. Agree with that as well. But where I draw the line, mate, and this isn't you, of course. Some people think if you lose, you have to just be happy about it. I'm never going to be that guy. Because I'm not that guy in my own life. I'm not going to be that guy watching my football team. If you lose and you lose to a better team and you've played well, that's okay. That happens at sport. But if you know you're not playing well, I think we have an ability as fans to express that. Do you think Mbappe will be a threat when we play Madrid? Well, he is one of the greatest footballers on the planet, so I'm yes, he will be a threat. But we have a few threats as well, right? So it'll be interesting when we play them. But I'm certainly not going into the game fearing Real Madrid. I'm respecting them as a very good team, but I think we have as good a chance to beat them as they do to beat us. Jeff said, calling a first flurrying goal as a red. I'd love to see that happen, Jeff, mate. I really would. I'd be over the moon. Craig with his heart in his sleeve as always. Love it. I don't know any other way, Emmanuel. I'm an emotional man. Sometimes that emotion comes out in frustration and anger. Sometimes it comes out in Ric Flair whoos and sing-alongs, but it is what I am. You know, you can't have one side of me without the other. I just try to make sure I limit the the giving out to where I think is absolutely necessary. If Trent scores, what will your reaction be? Against us, I don't expect him to play. He's out injured. So I don't think he will. And what would my reaction be if he scored? The very same as any other player who scored against us. I'd be more trying to figure out why we conceded than giving a shite about who scored it. I'm very simple-minded on these things. You're either with us or you're against us. That's the way I look at sport. You know, when you're a Liverpool player, you're part of the family. You're loved. You're supported. You're criticised at times, but more often you're loved. When you don't, you're the enemy. Now, when your career's over and you hang up your boots, that's a different story. But if you come to Anfield wearing an opposition shirt, you're the enemy. For that day, for that 90 minutes, you're the enemy. And I want my team to wipe the floor with you. So yeah, I wouldn't think any different to him scoring than Mbappe scoring or any other Real Madrid player scoring. I'd be more concerned about why we conceded and how we conceded. Keith. Sorry, Keith, I'll get yours up first. I'm glad Slot dropped Salah. It needed to happen. I think it's the right decision, Keith. Again, dropped, benched, rotated, rested, whatever word we all like to use. I do think it's the right decision. And I think he will react to it in a positive way. Marcus said, worst ever feeling. 3, being broke. 2, your girlfriend breaking up with you. 1, Craig having an off day. You're everyone's highlight. Thank you, mate. What would be my 3 worst feelings? Feeling unsafe would probably be my top one, because I have this huge thing in life about safety, which goes back to my childhood. So I'm always on edge. Second, definitely, you're having your heart broken, man. That was tough. But being broke's up there as well. I remember maybe 3-4 years ago sitting with my wife one day, and you know, being as broke ass as we had been for years, and you just think and look at it and say, like, is this it? Is this life? You know, I want more than this. I want better than this. There has to be a way. There has to be a... There can't be this. Because when you're in... I don't know if people have ever been on social welfare payments or government payments, but you're in this trap almost where you have an X amount of money that you know is there every week for you, but it's not enough to do it, and it's not enough to better your life, but it is enough to keep a roof over your head and not starve. And was one of the toughest things ever to get away from that safety net. So yeah, that to me was a tough time. Paro said, hate seeing you down, mate. You've no idea how much you've done for me without you realising. I'm not down at all. I'm in good form. Promise you I am. I'm feeling really good today, thank you. Just at the start of the stream, I just was met with a couple of comments and I just thought, fuck that. And like I said, somebody coming on to go, does anybody else hate Anfield Agenda? It's really weird because, like, don't like me, fair enough, but like I keep saying, why are you here? You know, I don't like Metallica as an example, so I wouldn't go to a Metallica concert. But I wouldn't go in the concert holding up a placard saying I hate Metallica. That would just be a really weird thing to do. Yeah, so I never understand the mindset. And you have to remember, I'm wired differently. I have autism. I'm not the same as everybody else. We're all unique, and I'm certainly wired a bit differently. So I just can't get my head around it more than empathize with it. Like, I really cannot compute that level of behavior because it would never be something I think of. Yeah, and sorry on the Metallica stuff. I didn't mean to use Metallica as an example. It's just the biggest named rock band that came into my head because I'm not really into rock music. But, you know, Metallica are pretty cool, like fairs. But I just wanted to give you an example of something, and they were the first one that came into my head. Joshua Bond said, Craig, I've got a question, and the question is, what do you do normally at the weekend apart from watching Liverpool? Watch more sport and football. Honest answer, Joshua. So I'm a real housebird, mate. I don't go out much. Occasionally we'll go to a boxing show or a comedy show or something, but I'm a homebird. I stay at home. So I could easily go a month without leaving the house. And it's not like a conscious thing where I'm not going out. I go out if I need to go out, but more often than not, I'm at home watching football, reading about football, on here streaming or watching boxing. That's it. That's pretty much the extent of my life outside of looking after a family and making sure they're okay. You guys are a huge part of not just my job, my existence as a human being. Like, you are part of my routine. Tony said, I can't imagine not liking Metallica, but hey, people like what they like. See, I kind of don't mind Metallica. Enter Sandman is an absolutely iconic song, but it was the first big band I could think of in a genre of music that I wouldn't really be into. I like dance music, I like country music, I love rap music, hip hop, R&B. But yeah, rock and roll has never really been my thing to the extent of like Metallica or bands of that ilk. So that was just the first one that popped into my head. Max Komisky, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. What will you do when you retire? Something else. So I spend my life kind of wandering from one addiction to the other. But addictions don't always have to be unhealthy, right? So I'm sure when I retire, I will find something else that will take up my time or to be obsessed about. That's probably the correct answer. Like, I'm not a golf person, so I won't be playing golf or anything. I don't know. So I know that if I went a month without making content, you'd probably never see me again because it would be a routine then and I wouldn't be back. I'm very black and white in my thinking like that. Once I get into a rhythm and a routine, that's me. I eat at the same time, I sleep at the same time, I do things at the same time, shower at the same time. So once I get into a different rhythm, that would be my rhythm and that would be my routine, which is why I hate taking breaks. Yes, Hammer UK. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr.
Stop.
Not me, love. Membership comment. I have to read them out. I'm duty bound to do this.
Did you tell them?
These people have spent their hard-earned money to become a member.
Did you tell them?
Yeah, no, that's why they're putting it in. Because they, like me, love winding you up. They're my peeps.
Can you see the smoke coming out my nostrils?
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr,
What's
purr.
worse is that your son sings it when you're not here, so I never get away from Kitty.
So what you're trying to say is that you're a happy kitty.
Do I look like a happy kitty right now? No.
Tide Pods, thank you, bro, for gifting 10 memberships. Appreciate you. It is irritating, to be honest. I know, but that's the whole point. Like, you know, I love that. The worst thing anybody can ever do is tell me what winds them up.
I know.
Because I'll double down on that.
And you can recruit other family members as well.
Yeah, I've got my son at it as well. So when I'm not here, he goes around singing Soft Kitty, Warm Kitty just to wind her up. You know? That's what it's like in the Houlden household. It's war. I read this differently, Leighton. I read that as rank the 3 kids. And I thought, well, I've only got 2, mate. So, home kit, green kit, away kit would be the ones for me. But if you ask me, before the green kit came out, I probably would have said green kit first. So, yeah, home kit, then the green kit, and then the away kit would be my 3, mate. Lee, appreciate you. Thank you for your super sticker, Lee Jericho. Appreciate you, mate. See, I love the way it says that. It says, character handing over a cup of coffee saying for you, because it's trying to describe the super sticker. So thank you for my character handing over a cup of coffee saying for you. Appreciate you, Lee, my man. Thank you. Moffat said, how are your nerves tonight? I'm okay with this game. Saturday's the one I'm more nervous about because I think we've got wiggle room in the Champions League because we're getting through the Champions League. Like we're not qualifying for the knockout stages. We're not qualifying, sorry. But Saturday, the idea of somehow going on to the international break not top of the table petrifies me because we had a 5-point gap a week ago. It's down to 2 and we've got a difficult game on Saturday. So I don't want to go through my 2 weeks, my time away, thinking non-stop about us blowing 5 points and not being top. So yeah, that's the one for me. Oh, I'm even worse with the Hello Kitty one though, because when I'm finished with that and she says something, I'll say, what's that, meow? And then when she gives out to me, I'll say, it's not so funny, meow, is it? Got full Super Troopers on her ass as well. Do I look like a kitty cat to you? Am I jumping around all nimbly bimbly? Sorry, if you haven't seen that film, none of that makes any sense. What's that, meow? It's not so funny, meow, is it? Listen here, meow. What a film. What a film. Fucking love that movie. Wesley says, how does Soft Kitty go again? No, Wesley. Does Sabrina wind me up with anything? No. It's not in her nature, to be honest. Yeah, she's a very calm. Yeah, we are extremely different people. Like, we're yin and yang, definitely. She's my cool me down person, and I'm her wind her up, get her angry person. If I had to pick 5 rock bands, who would I choose? Well, obviously Oasis are typically top. Oasis, The Killers, probably Foo Fighters, Kings of Leon, and maybe Guns N' Roses, maybe. See, I wouldn't really class Coldplay as rock and roll as much, you know? I class Coldplay as kind of more feel good, kind of, I don't know. I wouldn't class it as rock and roll, like. Salvia, please don't score more than 3 goals against us. Accept this money as a bribe. I love your sense of humour, my friend. Thank you. And much love to you. Sending you best wishes. Look, I've said this many, many times. I have so much love for Turkish football fans and your country in general. I'll be there next month. And I wouldn't, if we can put one past you today, that would be grand with me. But I appreciate you and sending you best wishes for the season ahead, outside of today, of course. Hope you and the family are good, Craig. All good, thank you, David. Yeah, all good. Looking forward to a little bit of time away next week. Ekatike scores, Craig sings soft kitty, perfect. Nice. Imagine that on the clips, right? Ekatike scores and I give it a big whoo, and then all of a sudden break into soft kitty, warm kitty, and nobody outside of our community would have an absolute clue why I'm suddenly singing that song. So it might have to happen. If Ekatike scores, you've got yourself a deal, Ken. I think Scorpions Winds of Change is a great song. It is a brilliant song, Gary. It is. It's a brilliant song. It just brings back memories of my childhood when I hear that song. Trying to figure out the name of the park at the start of it for years bugged me before like Google became a thing and you could get the lyrics of the songs. What about Tin Lizzy and Rory Gallagher? Not really anything I've listened much to. Like LFC USA, Brian, he's absolutely Tin Lizzy mad. Every time he comes to Ireland, he goes out to the graveyard to fill in his grave, and he's a huge Thin Lizzy person. For me, not really anything that I would have grown up on rebel ballads in my house and stuff like that. So yeah, Thin Lizzy wasn't. My dad was more into like Elvis, Queen, and 60s and 70s Motown. Adam, fan from the USA here, just wanted to say thank you. I followed Liverpool and have been a fan. I just found your content this year and it keeps me informed and interested. I haven't missed a Liverpool game yet. Well, welcome to the greatest fan base on the planet, Adam. It's great to have you with us, and I mean Liverpool fans there, mate, not my community, but that probably applies as well because they're great people. But it's lovely to have you in, Adam, and if you have any questions or anything that you'd like a view on, feel free to hit me up, my man. But appreciate you and thank you, Adam. Hope you enjoy the game. As fans, we've been saying matters, although Mo has undeniable class, we have too many players to let him off for a long stretch. Yeah, I don't think anybody should be undroppable or unbenchable or whatever phrase you want to use. I'm a big believer in holding people to account and being held to account. So if you're delivering, you're the guy. If you're not delivering, well, let it go a little bit, of course, see if it is a blip. But when you go on and you just something's looking not right, sometimes a little time off the pitch, a little, moment away from the spotlight, that can do wonders as well. So, this is what Arna gets paid for, to manage the squad, and that includes managing egos and all that comes with that, and I'm sure he knows what he's at. Do I like Post Malone? So I didn't really ever listen to Post Malone's music, and then about 2 or 3 years ago I was sitting there watching CNN, and I was watching the Thanksgiving concerts that they put on every year, and Post Malone happened to come on, and I called my wife in and I thought, oh, this is Post Malone, this is the guy that you've been trying to get me to listen to, and she said yeah, and I immediately said to her, I've never seen anybody as attached to their performance and living in the moment as Post Malone did, and I was so in awe of his ability to just be there, be present in that moment, doing his thing on that stage, knowing that that's where he should be, that that's what he was put on this earth to do. They're the greats. And that turned my take straight away. I thought, wow, I get it. This dude is a force of nature. And it was a great performance. Teddy Swims is incredible. But Teddy Swims can go fuck himself with his Robin Bastard prices. So we seen that Teddy Swims was coming to Dublin and we looked at the ticket prices. To say they were piss taking would be an understatement for a man that has a handful of top songs. You know, we're talking Prince prices here. We're talking Phil Collins level of pricing. It was ridiculous, and it immediately just made me say, nah, not for me, thanks. But Lose Control is incredible, and the man is an incredible singer. But those ticket prices were a piss take. Harry said, Arteta plays football like Devin Haney boxes. Oh, that's a very good comparison. That's a very good comparison. Yeah, I'm with you. People that don't watch boxing won't know what you mean, but I do. Tippy tappy, move, no knockout punch, never really going for it, playing safe, just doing enough to get there and win, but not getting into a war. I get it, and I agree with you. David said, I can never get into boxing. Sometimes you watch boxing and you just cringe because of some of the judging. Judging is what lets boxing down at times. That and the best not fighting the best. And all. It doesn't happen enough. It's starting to happen more, which is great. But sometimes the judging just leaves you scratching your head going, nah, sorry, that's a disgrace. Remember, all US supporters watch live on Paramount. Thank you, Tide Pods. Yes, Paramount for US fans. And again, like we were saying, if you want to order your Liverpool shirts and you live in the States and you don't want to be hit with those ridiculous import fees on the shirts, if you order direct from Adidas, I believe, in the UK, or excuse me, in the US, you can avoid that, although you are limited to particular badges or lettering that you can get. Hey, Michael, thank you, bro, for gifting 10 memberships. Appreciate you. Ruthless said, just got out of school, thoughts on the lineup. It's an interesting one, but an understandable one, is what I would say. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, to be honest with you, particularly how we're going to look, but, you know, it's good. The bench looks very strong, and the manager should have no shortage of options there today. Stargo said, in a different life, you would have been a good teacher. I don't think I'd have the patience to be a teacher, to be honest with you. I'm too blunt, so I'd probably end up getting in trouble with that bluntness, like I did in school as a pupil. Charlie said, soft Ekatike, warm Ekatike, little ball of flair, happy striker, silky dribbler, scoring goals with care. Now, sing that to soft kitty, warm kitty. I promised if he scores the goal, I'll sing soft kitty, warm kitty. I probably won't remember the lyrics to this one, Charlie, but I will be singing it as I promised to Ken. Craig Connor needs a pay bonus for the lineup name earlier. Don't be saying that, Andre. But you ever talking about Crosby and bonuses? Jesus. He's making videos now in the morning. He'll want parody soon. Don't be saying that, mate. Don't be going, letting that go to his head. We can't be having Crosby thinking he's the A side of this relationship. But look, we're equal partners in the company, like I keep saying. We own a 50-50. Johnny Jaywick said, hello, Craig. My first super chat. Always honoured, mate, to be your very first super chat. Thank you. I've been watching for a while, 50-plus year Liverpool fan since the 78 Cup final. So I've been thick and thin, and I love Ireland. Well, thank you so much, Johnny. Honestly, means a lot, dude. Your first ever super chat, and it's me. That's class. And yeah, what you would have seen over the years, my man, as you said, ups and downs, successes, failures, but a lot of trophies and great players as well, Johnny. So thank you, my man. And yeah, hope we get the result today, and I hope you continue to enjoy the channel. But a pleasure, sir. Thank you. Oh, soft kitty, warm kitty was the starting 11. Now I seen it. Sorry, I didn't see it earlier on. Now I see it. Craig, I was recently on holiday and I met some Irish fella. We went out for a drink for the Newcastle game. We couldn't understand each other, but we did nothing but laugh all night. Scouse and Irish bond. Yeah, I've had a few of those moments over the years, all right. There are parts of Ireland, which is it's so mad because we're such a small country, but the differences in dialect from one part of the country to the other is mad. But yeah, football's that bonding experience, right? And as you said, you probably didn't understand what each other were saying, but I bet you were still hugging and joking and enjoying your night because you're kin. Scousers and Irish were pretty much the same. Josh GRD said, love the way you react to certain comments. Doing your family proud, and we all appreciate how much you do for us. Definitely one step back, two step forward. PS Dublin's great. So sometimes, Josh, when somebody says something snidey, I feel I'm being arrogant when I say something like, we've built the world's most watched fan channel. I hate bigging myself up because it's not in my nature to do it. It's not in Irish people's nature to do it. But sometimes you need to just be blunt and say, if I'm so hated and I'm so disliked, then, you know, how is this happening? And sometimes people just need a reminder that I didn't just fall out of bed and get here. I worked my ass off to get here. And sometimes I wish some people would just understand that it's not easy to put yourself in front of a camera every day, open yourself up to the world and leave yourself exposed mentally, physically and emotionally. But I try to do the right things when I can, and I try to address subjects that need to be addressed, whether they're lighthearted or whether they're serious. And underneath it all, I think most of the time I'm a good guy. You've got to use your business head sometimes, mate. Yes and no. Yes and no. I sometimes wonder about that very thing, to be honest with you. Like, if I was a bit less mouthy, for want of a different word, would I probably have more opportunities? And I probably would, you know. But I feel like a fraud. And that I'm a pretty simplistic guy. If I can put my head in my pillow at night and feel okay about myself going to sleep and know that I haven't hurt anybody or wronged anybody, that means a lot to me. So I can't play the game. I can't fake relationships. Like, I know people in our industry that hate each other and work together, but really fucking hate each other. I refuse to play those type of games. Like, life's too short. Ricky Paul said, just seeing we've benched Salah. Am I alive? For real though, this will be an interesting game. Looking forward to your show. Sending love to you and your family. Thank you, Ricky. Always a pleasure, bro. And it's unusual. You know, it definitely, I'll tell you how unusual it was, right? So Connor always sends me the team news the second it comes out. And we both looked at it and we were starting to try to figure it out between us, who's playing where, and so Connor could make up the graphic. And it never even occurred to us to look to see if Salah was in the team. We were like near the end of the conversation and I said, Salah's not there. And Connor said, hang on. And he goes, oh shit, he's on the bench. So it was a huge surprise to us as well. Because, you know, it's very, very rare that we have these conversations when Mo is fit and available that he isn't in the starting 11. You've built a castle from a shed, mate. Be proud. I don't ever feel pride in myself. I feel a desire to keep pushing on because I want to prove myself. I don't know who to, by the way, which is a really weird position, but I can't stand still. I can't big up myself. I can't bask in any successes I want. I'm just keep going. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just want to keep going and keep trying to be better and learn and educate myself and be a better human being. Is your office space happening? Oh, it's a bit of a sore spot at the minute, bro. We're still waiting for the final price back from the builder. We've got the plans done out. We've got everything to where it needs to be. We're just waiting for the final price, so whether we can say yes or no, and hopefully we get that office built soon, and we can. That'll be a tear shed moment, definitely, because that and buying this house are the two things that I've dreamt about since we started the channel. So if we can get the two of those things done, yeah, I mean that'll mean a lot. Can we squash the Salah contract rumours? I've always tried to say I never believed them, Dark Ruby. You know, people have said it must be in his contract, or it could be in his contract that he has to play. I don't think Liverpool Football Club, or any football club that considers themselves a big world brand or powerhouse, you could never put something like that in someone's contract, because you're immediately undermining the manager. Immediately. And it doesn't matter who you are and how good you are. Nobody should have that guarantee. So I never believed it existed, because it just seems so alien to me. Because you've got to, like, sport is about form, and it's about how you're playing, and it's about your teammates, and team is everything. It's not an individual sport, it's a team sport. And we've had so many conversations when pre-Arna with Jurgen, about how we punched above our weight at times, how our unit as a team was beating teams with better individuals. And that is one of the most beautiful things about sport. Like, look at our game against Crystal Palace. Roll out the two starting 11s, and Palace have no business being on that pitch. But they're well coached, they knew their jobs, they worked hard, and they did it as a team. And good teams beat good individuals. It's the simple as that in a team sport. David, always a pleasure, mate. Evening, and evening to our community from David as well. Thank you, sir. I don't know, I might make the exception for Messi. But even at that, Messi has to be a team player. You know? And he does make sacrifices for the team. Obviously, if you get old and your legs go a bit, you change how you play. But, you know, what I always loved about Leo Messi, in his early days in particular, was his attitude. You know, you look at Neymar, he gets kicked, he rolls around on the ground, feigning, rolling, crying, whinging. Messi just popped back up. The amount of games I've watched Messi in his early Barcelona days get the shit kicked out of him, but just kept getting up, kept getting on with it, kept running at people. You know, that, I love that. I love seeing that in anybody. Just keep getting up, keep going, keep getting up, keep going. That's why I love Leo Messi so much. His talent everybody knows about, but that's the attributes that I love in a human being. Just, yeah, watch. Kick me this time, next time I'm nutmegging you. Next time you're going to watch me as I put the ball in the net. That's my guy. Where are we at? Let's have a look. JFT97 said, if we win the league or Champions League, we should all chip in, rent a venue, Anfield Agenda family, and celebrate together. I definitely do something, mate. Yeah, no probs. You can always count me in. For no more stage shows. That's it. This Liverpool one's my last one. But happy to do meetups in the future, and just not have to be on a stage talking to you all. Just in the room talking to you will be easier. So yeah, I love that. Roger, as an Egyptian, I hope today brings Mo's fire back. Well, as an Egyptian, you should be immensely proud of Mo. And I'm sure you are, Roger, for so many reasons. But he's an incredible ambassador for your country. And I feel he's probably one of the most disrespected players of our generation, with the lack of accolades. How that man, Roger, to me, hasn't had a Ballon d'Or is a disgrace, because he's incredible. And you're right. You know, it won't be easy for him, but he'll take it in the right way, and he'll want to be better. RT McDonough, thank you, bro. Keep it lit, Craig. Keep up the great work. Appreciate you. The lineup's closer to yours than I thought Arna would go. I agree. for what it's worth. I was surprised because, I said very clearly in the video, normally I say what I think Arna would go with. And that video I said, this is what I want. This is what I would do. So yeah, I'm surprised as well, mate. The legend said, do you think Palace could do a Leicester Blackburn? No, I don't. They're an injury away from a problem at Palace. But they're still a really good team. That they didn't accidentally win that FA Cup. And they didn't accidentally beat us. They are a very well coached team, but I just don't think they have strength enough in depth to keep it up in a league campaign for the whole year. If Palace can get any European football next year, huge season for them, because they have, for the first time now in ages, or forever, they have European football, so they have 2 games a week to get used to in that rhythm, and I think that will affect them as the season goes on. Same way Newcastle, when their first year back in the Champions League after ages, their league form suffered from it. It's only natural, really, when you're a club that's still establishing yourself. Kat Pearson said, Craig, love your channel. Which footballer do you dislike the most? El Hadj Diouf, of the old lot. Of the current ones, probably Neymar. Because I get wound up by wasted talent. And I don't think, for all the stuff Neymar has won, I don't think he's made the most of his talent. I said the same about Wayne Rooney. Another player who I don't think lived the right lifestyle enough to really make the most out of what his talent was, although he had a great career. And Neymar I dislike because he's everything I hate about a modern footballer. Just rolling around and too much celebrity, not enough football. So yeah, him. Hoping Wirtz breaks his duck tonight. So am I, Sunil, so am I. And look, ladies and gentlemen, the teams are in the tunnel, about to head out for what will be an interesting. I've no idea what to expect from Galatasaray in a performance level. So let's wait and see what happens. Right, let me just get my clock ready. Craig previews with your starting 11 is way more interesting. Well, maybe I can do that going forward then, Aaron. Right, look, a couple of quick things before we get underway. Don't forget about our giveaway with thanks to our friends at the Collector's Corner. If you would like to be in with a chance to win this signed and framed Diogo Jota shirt, which will be shipped anywhere so everyone can enter, get over to the Anfield Agenda Instagram account at Anfield Agenda, and all the information on how you can enter is there. We're announcing the winner after the Chelsea game on Saturday. And also, our last ever stage show was coming up in 3 weeks, the Hot Water Comedy Club. Tickets are just £15. The remaining 40 odd tickets are still there. If you'd like to come and see us, you can get it with the QR code on the screen. Right. Are we ready? We'll play well as Champions League teams won't know all our weaknesses. Salah to score off the bench, said Steve. Lazarotron said Cucurella annoys me. Oh yeah, there's loads of players that annoy me. Like Bruno annoys me, but I also look at Bruno and think if he was in your team and he was your guy, you'd love him. But he's one of those players, he's a shithouse when you play against them. Kid standing with his hand on his chest. Champions League national anthem is the national anthem. What a hero. That's a big anthem. Right, ladies and gents, let's go through the 11s. We'll start with Galatasaray. It's Kakir, Singo, Sanchez, Barrechi, Jacobs, Torreira, Lamina, Argan, Gundogan, Yilmaz and Osimhen. For Liverpool, this is how we think we line up. It is Alisson in goal, right back Dominic Szoboszlai, left back Milos Kerkez, centre back pairing Ibrahim Konate and your captain Virgil van Dijk, midfield Gravenberch, McAllister and Wirtz, and then up top we believe Frimpong right, Ugo Ekitike centre and Cody Gakpo left. Your Liverpool bench today is Joe Gomez, Wataru Endo, Alexander Isak, Alexis McAllister, Mohamed Salah, Connor Bradley, Georgi Mamardashvili, Andy Robertson, Freddie Woodman and Rio Engamoa. Now, Max, you'll get me in trouble. Thank you, Max. Right. Coin toss is done. We are moments away from this one getting underway, ladies and gents. If you can, do hit that subscribe button for me if you haven't done so. And we need likes up. We've 104 to go in 2 minutes. Can we get there? Uh-oh. Our record's close. Can you hit the like button quick? I forgot to mention it. We need to get up over 1,000 likes before this game kicks off. And we only have a few seconds left. Let's see if we can do it. We're nearly there. Keep hitting it. I forgot to mention that one's on me, to be fair. Our records. There we go. Ba-boom. 1. Legends. Appreciate you. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that. I normally big that one up about 15 minutes beforehand, but you're legends. Appreciate you. Evening, Craig. My only concern tonight is Canada. I'd be a liar, Tony, if I said to you, mate, that I wasn't concerned myself. But you know, to be fair to Ibu, he did go through a period where he played 3 good games in a row, and then that game at the weekend wasn't great. So hopefully tonight he can get back to his best. Right. Fingers crossed time. Right, Liverpool going to be playing from right to left. Kit looks a lot better with the white shorts than it does with the all green shorts. Oh, stopped and started. We go again. Hang on. Right, we're underway. The ref stopped and started. Ball goes back to Ibu, who does the decent thing and launches the ball out left-hand side where it breaks to Curtis Jones. Ball back with Alisson immediately. I'm just trying to see the shape now. So Gakpo is in his position, as we would expect. It's definitely Szoboszlai playing right back. So Frimpong's definitely playing right wing. So Kirkes left back, Szoboszlai right back. Van Dijk pings one out, looking for Frimpong, who brings it down. Well done, Jeremy. Waiting for support, goes round the outside, puts in a cross that's blocked, and it goes behind for a corner. Come on, boys. Right, we'll sync up at 1 minute here. Good start, corner. We'll take that to start the game. Right, 1 minute. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right, Dom to take the corner, right-hand side. Liverpool players having a conversation on the edge of the box. Van Dijk, Ekitike, and Kanade had a little word with each other. Here comes the ball in from Dom. Kanade flicks at the near post, but it goes behind, and it's a Galatasaray goal kick. Mike, how are we, dude? Said, hey Craig, 5 a.m. in Australia, time zone is brutal. Well, I appreciate you being here with us, Mike, and yeah, I mean, at least I guess, I don't know if you're a 9 to 5 man with work, but you know, at least you can go into work then and doze for a little bit. But thank you, Mike. Appreciate you. Right, Galatasaray now in possession, centre circle. Ball played in behind immediately, and they're in. And Alisson makes a save. Bailed out again by Alisson. One ball again, one ball, and we're opened up. And only for Alisson coming out. Look at that again. Kanade nowhere, too far up. Ball slipped in behind Dom. He tries to get back. Keeper comes out, makes the save. And Oshiman's furious because he feels like it should have been squared to him. Just way too easy that again. One ball. This is what I don't understand. One ball. And Kanade was 10 yards too far forward as well. Right, corner in. Ball's headed out. Second ball. Galatasaray will get it. Well, they don't. They let it go out for a throw-in. So Galatasaray throw-in by the corner flag. 3 minutes on the clock. Galatasaray throw. It's a very impressive stadium, by the way, isn't it? Throw in comes in. Headed away. Liverpool do well with a press to force Galatasaray back. Ball in behind, straight through to Alisson. Good stuff. Right, boys, settle into it. Virgil in possession. Goes across to Canade. Again, it looks like they're trying to draw the Galatasaray press on, but they're being pretty cagey, Galatasaray, about the press. Kirkes into Jones, who nearly loses it on the edge of our penalty area. Wake up, boys. Wirtz now, back doing some defending. His ball infield is intercepted. Galatasaray knock it forward again. Wake up, lads. Come on. Well done, Milosh. Good strength. Liverpool throw in. Oh, I agree. True, Fushnik. The kit looks way better with white shorts. Throw in, flicked on by Gravenberch. Ekitike wins it back again. Good man, Hugo. Yes, Hugo. Lovely little touch, fella. Good ball as well. Wirtz into the right channel to Frimpong. Cross in. Defended, put behind for a corner. Well done. Hugo Ekitike linked that up beautifully. Well done, Hugo. Alisson again. What a man. Alisson with the big save, but absolutely great work in the middle of the park there from Hugo Ekitike to link up the play and open it up a bit. Now Liverpool have another corner. Richard Jones, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, Richard. Appreciate you, sir. Right, corner in. Doesn't beat the first man. That's not great. And it's cleared by Galatasaray. Wirtz. Ball into midfield. Virgil, who plays it forward, but Szoboszlai, Wirtz, lovely bit of touch. Go on, Dom. Yes, Verge. Yes, Verge. No. Galatasaray moving the ball well. It started at a fairly fast pace, the game. I'll say that much about it. Galatasaray in possession, left side of their own half. Ekitike trying to press. And eventually the ball's played out off Ryan Gravenberch for a Galatasaray throw-in. Szoboszlai. Virgil heads it down. Jones flicks it on to Gravenberch, who chests it down to Dom. Nice touch, Dom. Gravenberch now. Ball in behind the channel for Ugo Ekitike, who runs in there. Frimpong playing as his blocker. Good man, Jeremy. Ball back out to Frimpong. Whips in a cross, cleared by Galatasaray. Come on, boys. Come on. Some good silky play here. Szoboszlai did really well. Here he is on the ball again. Well done, Dom. Winning it back. Jones. Gravenberch. To Jones. Dominic Szoboszlai cuts infield. Goes back to Ibrahima Canade. Canade across to Virgil now. We're back inside our own half. Virgil goes forward. Into the left channel to Kirkes. He cuts inside. Goes to Gravenberch. Jones. Szoboszlai. Out to Frimpong, who did well to retain possession. Well done, Jeremy. Ball to Gakpo. Traps it well. Cody Gakpo. Ball comes in. Ekitike. Oh, I should have done better, you know. Unlucky. Good build-up play. Did you notice something about that build-up? Watch when Cody gets the ball. See, there is an overlapping run. And that overlapping run we need to see more of because it takes a defender. So that allowed Gakpo a little bit more time and space to get the cross in. And Ekitike probably should have done better with the header. But again, good build-up play, promising signs. Virgil heads the ball out to Gravenberch. Frimpong flicks it forward, but Galatasaray have it, and then Wirtz nicks it in and wins it. Well done, Florian. Oh, it's good defending, you know, to win it back. Liverpool have it back, so come on, boys. This is better. Better intensity here so far. £1 fish. That's how much it is. £1 fish. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. What's up, beautiful man? Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. But yes, answer to how much is the fish is always £1 fish. Allison goes long, looking for Gakpo or Ekitike, but it's with the Galatasaray centre-back. Back with the keeper. 9 minutes on the clock. It's been a decent enough start, except for the first big chance of the game, which we gave away to Galatasaray. But thankfully, we do have the world's greatest goalkeeper, who bailed us out again. Ball in behind. Unlucky. Just a little bit over here. Keep the pressure on, Cody. Keep the pressure on. He slips. Lets the Galatasaray player away now. Galatasaray cut in field. Unlucky. Come on, boys. So Wirtz definitely in the 10. Well done, Jones. That's it. Keep the press on. Galatasaray keeper goes long upfield. Header won by Canade. Finds his way to Ryan Gravenberch. Canade. Ladies and gents, if you can help us out, do hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, welcome along. Lovely to have you with us. Canade. Out to Frimpong. Infield to Wirtz, who tries to dummy it, but goes straight to a Gala player, who puts it out for a Liverpool throw-in. Tried to pick out his man down the wing, but he'd overhit it and it went out for a Liverpool throw. Wirtz flicks it on. Ekitike being held back, ref. Ball flicked back into Liverpool half. Canade wins the header. Jones now. Just decided to boot the ball straight up in the air with his left foot, but breaks to Van Dijk. He lumps it forward looking for Gakpo. Galatasaray go back to their keeper, who boots it long again. And Canade heads it the wrong direction. What? I don't even know what to say about that anymore. Jones, Gravenberch, that's... hello, ref. We need a yellow for that there. No warnings, no talky talk bullshit, ref. He stopped Gravenberch getting away from him and starting a counter-attack. Oh, yeah, ref, fuck off. Don't even talk to him. Just book him. Couldn't be... Look at... How is that not a yellow card? Frimpong. Right wing. Soboslai. His cross, which was telegraphed, was blocked by the defender, who catches it, well, shall we say, in a precarious place. What's the ref stopping the game for? Why are you stopping the game, you gobshite? It's not a head injury. He got the ball in the balls. Tough shit. Fucking stopping the game, like, why? The rules aren't there to stop the game. Unless it's a head injury and he's like, oh, you got it in the balls. Oh, stop the game. You okay? Do you want me to rub it for you? Grafenberg. Like, as a man, obviously I have sympathy for getting one in the crown jewels, but from a rules point of view, he stopped us taking a throw in for no reason. Grafenberg slips it in. Ekitike. Go on, Hugo. Go on. Go on, Hugo. He missed. Was he put off balance? He was. Fuck. Should have been 1-0. Ekitike goes through, and the defender pulls a Van Dijk on him and starts kind of pushing at his back as he's running through and kind of knocks him off a little bit. And Ekitike never actually takes the shot. And now it's a penalty to Galatasaray. So we go from one end of the pitch where we have a sitter of a chance, one-on-one with the keeper, to that being missed and saved. Then they go down the other end in a counter-attack, check back in, Dominic Szoboszlai brings the player down according to the referee, and it's a penalty. So we go from almost opening the scoring to conceding a penalty in about 10 seconds. And what world is that a penalty? In what world is that enough for a penalty? I give up. These lads are absolute scam artists these days. So this referee feels like he's going to be a homer, by the way. Didn't give the yellow card we should have got in the middle of the park. Now he's given soft penalties. But look, either way, we should be 1-0 up. Because Ekitike should have scored. That's nonsense. Debunking. That's just nonsense. Galatasaray penalty. Osimhen scores straight down the middle. 1-0 Galatasaray. And by the way, that was the worst camera angle I've ever seen for a penalty as well. It was horrendous. But 1-0 Galatasaray from the penalty spot. Goes straight down the middle with the penalty. Alisson dives past it, and it's 1-0 Galatasaray. We talk about football at the highest level. Well, we didn't take our chance, and then we're countered, and we concede a penalty, and we're 1-0 down. Should have been 1-0 up. Now we're 1-0 down. Osimhen giving a Billy Big Bollocks. Dickhead, you scored from 12 yards. It's a penalty. Get over yourself. Now, Galatasaray have won possession back again and are on the attack. The last thing you want to do when you go anywhere like that is give the crowd encouragement. Frimpong now. Go on, Jeremy. Go on. Go on. Oh, fuck's sake. Unlucky. Oh, look, another one of the little bitches is down injured. For the love of God. Oh, this what it's going to be now, is it? Every 2 seconds, stop and play. Seeing this Ekitike chance now. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know why he was trying to go around the keeper when he had a chance to just dink it over him. You cannot go around the keeper in that situation. And he's being dragged, by the way. His right arm was being dragged back. But of course, we wouldn't have dickhead referee looking at that. No. No, no, heaven forbid. More contact there than the penalty, but... Well done, Jones. Well done, Curtis. Another ball in, cleared away. Come on, boys. It's better. Weirdly, I actually think we're playing okay offensively. And I'm not really overly concerned by this Galatasaray team. They don't look great, even though they're 1-0 up. I know that sounds ironic, but they don't look great. Sometimes, do you ever watch our boys sometimes and think, and this is a weird criticism, that they're almost too honest on occasion? There's Ekatike winning the ball back again. Well done, Hugo. Now you took too much out of it. And he's giving it away and we're countered again. For fuck's sake. He did all the good stuff there, Ekatike. Really good play. Won it back. And then just didn't release the ball and gets caught in possession. And the ref's defo soft, Nessie. There's no denying that. He set the tone, though, a few minutes earlier when there was a blatant yellow card, when Gravenberch's shirt was being pulled back when he was on a counter, and he talked to the player. It's a textbook yellow. So he set the tone a few minutes before that. But now what we've done is we've got the home fans excited and raucous by giving them a penalty to put them 1-0 up, and now they've got something to hang on to, and they're going to be with the team. Whereas if Ekatike scores, we shut them up, and the game becomes a little less dramatic. Joseph said, I'm a Liverpool fan, but happy Osimhen scored because I'm Nigerian. Yes, to me, mate, those two things don't compute. If it was Evan Ferguson taking the pen, I would never be happy for Evan Ferguson scoring against Liverpool. But I do understand where you're coming from, bro, and thank you for being with us, Joseph. Jones, Virgil, Gravenberch, Ekatike. Passes it about 5 yards behind Virgil, and now we're back with the goalkeeper. Oh, for the love of God. Come on, boys. Be better. Jones, Kirkes, Virgil. Craig, the real reason the ref bought it is because the same player that won a pen cried about being hitting the jewels earlier on. Yeah, and again, the ref stopped the game for that for some unknown reason, mate. Player wasn't on the ground, didn't ask the game to be stopped, and the ref stops it, stops us going, taking a throw in. It's pretty clear early doors were up against it with the ref here as well. And look, normally I don't accuse refs of anything, but this lad's a homer without any doubt. This ref is being judged and persuaded by the crowd and the support. Which is, look, as a fan, as a home fan, you'd want that. You'd want to get in the ref's head, but I'm just not having it. No, like Eli, they beat them 5-1, mate. Free kick here to Liverpool anyway. Gakpo fouled, so it should be a decent position to get a cross in. Kirkes over the free kick. It's but 3 yards to the left of the edge of the 18-yard box and about 10 yards back from it. So we go short with the free kick to Gravenberch. Goes across to Soboslai. Floats one deep towards the back post. And we... every time... either we're the most vicious team when we're in an opposition penalty area, or referees are just buying play acting. Because how many free kicks did we end up giving away from corners and set pieces in the last game? And now here, we put a cross in, Galatasaray player falls to the box, and the old referee is real quick to give a free out again. Our players need to be a bit more streetwise out there. Matteo said, is it just me or does Flo look like he's trying harder to assist and is missing scoring chances for himself? Not sure. I'm baffled. Oh, Oshiman now. His strike's blocked. I'm baffled as to why Ekitike didn't shoot when he was one-on-one with the keeper. That I'm unsure of. I really don't understand what he was doing there. Trying to roll it around him and said he could just dink it over him. Gakpo now. Good ball inside to Jones. Out to Frimpong. Oh, Jesus. Another low cross that doesn't beat the first man. It was good work, good position, good break. But again, the cross from Frimpong doesn't beat the player at the near post. Jones. Out left side to Gakpo. Kirkes got the overlap, gives him a bit of space. Gakpo strike. Headed away and blocked by the Galatasaray player. Liverpool have a back with Wirtz. Ball into Ekitike. Back to Wirtz. Edge of the box. Goes out to Frimpong. And he can't even win a corner. He can't even play it off the defender for a corner. He gets a double ricochet and it's a goal kick. It didn't even look like a hit Frimpong on the way past. But another boo-boo for the Galatasaray boys. This time it's Oshiman that needs boo-boo attention. What does he need? Just tell the fucker to get off the pitch. He's standing there drinking water while some gimp sprays stuff on his leg as he's standing up like, fuck me. Oh look, he's all of a sudden better again. Fucking hell. How have we played? Just seeing we conceded. We played okay. The penalty was a piss take. And the penalty came from us missing a one-on-one with their keeper. And they counter-attacked and got the penalty. Other than that, the only big chance of the game really was a good save Alisson made early doors. Again, Canade was out of position, but Alisson bailed him out. The manager hasn't had a great couple of weeks, said Raikon, the chef. I would say, sir, yes, but also the players. Let's not forget about the players in this, because Arna can't kick the ball for them. But, you know, it's a collective. But I'm going to say this again. These are not a good side. They're not. You know, I wasn't sure what to expect, but look at this shit. Wirtz thankfully got a free kick, but it looked like he'd been dispossessed halfway inside his own half. We've given it away again. Oshiman crosses it and Canate has to put it behind for a corner. Yet again, we give away possession, concede a chance, and now we've conceded a corner. Our own worst enemies in possession. Look, Kirkes plays into Gravenberch. He takes a heavy touch, and that's it. That's enough to play a ball in behind for Oshiman, who squares it. And Canate does well, to be fair, to put it behind for a corner. He does exactly the right thing. Yeah, just not great again. Corner in. Well done, Canate. Heads it away. Second ball in. Ooh, overhead kick from Galatasaray player, but it goes wide. Goal kick Liverpool. Another one of our players, by the way, heading the ball in the wrong direction there. This time it was Gakpo. Wirtz, nice ball out. Frimpong. Comes inside this time. Wirtz. Soboslai. Gravenberch. And we're back at the halfway line again. Fuck me. Orbi on the wing instead of perfectly fine Fede. I mean, he has a knock, Timothy, don't you know? So he couldn't travel with the squad. But, you know what? Do I believe that knock stuff? Not really, like I said yesterday. Keaton, I'm so sick of this slow movement up the tempo. Why are we afraid to take a man on? Have you guys noticed that? It seems like so many times when we get a chance, we're like, oh, better not take the man on in case we get dispossessed, so let's track back inside and slow it down again. I want my wingers running at fullbacks, scaring the shit out of them. Gakpo this time goes to the byline, puts in a cross, headed back. Oh, Wirtz with a shot on it, save. Better. See? Simple. Get to the byline, put a cross to the back post. Not fucking rocket science. Ball to the back post. Second ball, one. After Frimpong heads it down. Wirtz there to win the second ball. Hooks a shot on the turn. Forces the keeper into a save. And we have another corner. Not rocket science. Cross in. Van Dijk. Oh, how have we not scored? Lads, how have we not scored? How have we not scored? There's confusion in the Galatasaray penalty area and the ball ricochets down to Kirkes. He tries to hit it. It's blocked. Then it falls to Ekitike, who again takes a bobble off him and Galatasaray hook it away. I don't know how we haven't scored there. Another corner. Ball in. Oh, and again, Canade wins another header, but doesn't. Canade could have had a hat trick of headed goals in the last 2 weeks. Look at this one. He's 3 yards out. He's 3 yards out. Gets there ahead of the keeper and heads it wide. From 3 yards out. 3 yards. Professional footballer. Heads it 3 yards wide of the post from 3 yards out. Oh, Oshiman tries to chip Allison, who does well to get back, and again it comes from us giving away possession. Oh yeah, I forgot Nola Eli as well. Unmarked, you're right. There was no pressure on Canada either. Completely unmarked. Near post, 3 yards out, heads it wide by 3 yards. All our problems are coming because we're playing this slow shite round the back. It's inviting players to pick our pockets up the tempo. I agree, Gary. I think most of us here would agree with you on the slow passing around the back nonsense. Well done, Cody. Well done. Ball to Wirtz. Wirtz now. Oh, his strike's blocked. Is there a football team in Europe that has more shots blocked than us? Grafenberts this time adjudged to foul Gundogan. Free kick. The amount of shots that we have blocked in games is mad. Nearly 35 minutes gone. Galatasaray lead by 1-0. Victor Osimhen from the penalty spot. Another ball in. Verge puts out now for a throw into Galatasaray. Spencer said, just got home. What's this lineup? Where's Fede? Well, Fede didn't travel because he has a knock, according to the manager, Spencer. So he didn't travel. And look, to be fair, we asked for Salah to be dropped. He was. So it's up to the players who get their chances to take them. And within 3 minutes, we'd given up a golden opportunity to Galatasaray from one ball through the middle of our defence. Then we're 1-on-1 with the keeper. Ekitike, for some unknown reason, decides not to shoot, loses the ball, and Galatasaray go up the other end, get a penalty and score. That's kind of our luck at the minute. Jacko said, am I the only one confused with our playing style? Yep. I'm sorry, I'm just not saying what's in my head at the minute, mate, because I'll get in trouble. But I don't think you're the only one confused. You're being polite with the word confused. Agitated would probably be the word I'd use, mate. I think play Ryan at right back and push Dom further up, said JJ Drumming. Thank you, JJ. It's a weird one, this, because we have created in this game. You know, it's not like we haven't had opportunities and put ourselves into good positions. We have. Ekitike 1-on-1 should have scored. Kanade should have scored a header. Then we had another opportunity from a corner that was blocked from a shot from Kirkes. Oh, look, Kanade's down now and injured. Kanade's injured now and he's on the ground, so he's getting substituted. So our luck with centre-backs has just gone from bad to worse now. I don't know what... Oh, fuck me. So Jones is cut as well. I think his nose burst open. Kanade's jogged over to the edge of the pitch, so I think he's okay. I think whatever it was, he seems to be okay from it. So he just has to wait now before he can come back on. So at least that's one bit of good news, is Kanade's not injured. So Jones has to come off as well now because he's got blood. So now we're down to 9. 9 men now. 9 men. It's our free kick and we're down to 9 men. Oh, yeah, this is a fucking piss take, ref. We've a free kick and we're down to 9 men. Fucking genius, this ref. Now he waves them back on. Joseph said, I don't think we've been that bad. Shocking ref. I don't think we've been that bad either, mate. But we're so naive at times. We need to be a bit more streetwise. Jones fouled. Does this ref not have a yellow card? Do you just not have a yellow card, ref? Is that it? Fuck off, Torreira, you shite. Player kicking the ball away as well, ref. No, don't give it this shit. Give it this, you pussy. Fuck me. Right, free kick Liverpool. Kirkez gives the signal. Ball in. Second ball breaks out of the box. Oh, yet again the ref gives a free out. You are some fucking spoofer. You are some spoofer, ref. Another free out. Every fucking time we get a set piece, these lads are buying free kicks. Fucking spoofer. Every set piece. And this, by the way, is a very experienced referee. A very experienced referee. And he's just bottled it. Oh, Canade again. He's a fucking spoofer. Canada is more interested in getting involved in a physical battle than he is at winning the damn football. He's more interested in wrestling with his man there. Jumps past the ball. Ball into the right channel now to Frimpong. Frimpong just runs into the corner flag, then turns around and runs the ball out of play. It's like he's never seen a football before and doesn't know what to do out on the right wing. I'm losing hope, lads. I'm losing hope. What on earth is this shit? Look, there's Canada at it again. Look. Again. Another free kick he gives away because he's more interested in trying to grab Oshiman's tits than he is to actually play the ball. Nessie said, look at him. He's definitely waiting for the crowd's reaction and then gives the foul. This is so bad. It's awful, mate. Absolutely awful. And we're going to get moaned. Opposition fans are going to laugh at us when we're talking about the ref. But he's shocking. Absolutely shocking. And Frimpong's been nowhere near it on the right side. If this is what we have to look at for the AFCON, then we've got a problem. Because Frimpong is nowhere near what we need on that right side. He's either having the ball blocked or playing it to the man at the first post or running down blind alleys. He just doesn't seem to... Oh, Jesus, I don't know. Jamal, thank you, bro. Another Galatasaray player down. Another one. I'm going to go insane. I'm going to go insane. This is actually nuts. Free kick Galatasaray. Gundogan standing over it. Ball deep. Alisson comes and claims it. Well done, Alisson. Be careful though, Alisson. If you accidentally touch one of their players, he'll give you a penalty. So be careful. Doesn't matter that they're jumping in front of you to block you, and that's against the rules. Bitch boy referee won't blow the fucking whistle. Yeah, Verts, don't point. Move. Urgency. Fucking tempo. Another foul on our player, another foul on our player, and still the referee's more interested in sticking his tongue out than he is in doing his damn job. Even Arna's shaking his head. It's an absolute shit show from the ref. Ada said, I'm really missing Klopp in moments like these. Mate, if I was on that sideline, I'd be gone at this point, because I'd be losing my fucking mind at the referee. He played 3 minutes added on time. 3. That's how much he thinks the ball's been stopped and not in play. 3 minutes. Good man, ref. I'm going to say this again. These are shit. They're not a good side. We have the ability to wipe the floor with them if we play football. How do you give... Gundogan has the ball in the middle of the park. He's surrounded by 3 Liverpool players going absolutely nowhere, and yet we still find a way to foul them and give a free kick away. There's absolutely no need for it. He's going nowhere. And there's 3 of us around him, and we still foul him. Just a bit of cop on. Like, is cop on too much to ask from professional footballers? Frimpong again, just fucking randomly heading the ball into the middle of the park, mate, straight to a Galatasaray player when you could have brought it down and ran with the ball. Oh, I've seen it all now. I've seen it all. Szoboszlai goes to challenge and gets out-muscled and bumped off the ball and goes to the ground. Just no fight in them. No fight. None. None. No fight. None. 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 Just bumped off the ball like a child. Oh, it's okay though, because Gravenberch is giving it away. And we've given away another free kick on the edge of the box. Could have been a penalty right on the edge. Giving the ball away outside our own 18-yard box. Well done, boys. Well fucking done. Alisson plays it to Gravenberch, who runs across his own body into traffic and then trips up Oshman on the edge of the box. My God! My God! Hate Liverpool, but you make great content. Respect. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you. Alex said he had to foul him though. You know what he didn't have to do, Alex? Give the fucking ball away, mate. Didn't have to do that. Didn't have to turn into traffic. Could have dropped his left shoulder and moved into space, but no. Tries to run across the front of his own fucking penalty area. Sorry, Alex. Don't mean to have a pop at you, mate, but this is just idiocy of the highest level from professional footballers. Been better, guys. Been better. Galatasaray looking for a cheap penalty here. You could never give a penalty for a ball hitting a player's leg and then bounce into his arm. Half time, Galatasaray lead by 1-0, and that has been nothing short of a disgrace from both the referee and our players. All over the shop, losing their heads, giving away stupid fouls, just... I'm sorry, I've got to take a moment. I don't understand what we're looking at. So, on a couple of super chats on this one, we suck without Salah. Well, respectfully, we weren't much better with him either. It's a group collective that we're failing in here. No individual is excelling or failing. We do it together. You could have just stopped after the first two words at the minute, my friend, and you probably would have been right. VVD and Allison should start a daycare at the back. I honestly can't believe what I'm looking at. Like, these are seasoned professionals, and they are playing with a naivety that absolutely befuddles me. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, it's basic bitch 101 away from home football. You give them nothing for the first 10 or 15 minutes. Don't give the ref a decision to make. Don't give up easy chances. Don't give the crowd any encouragement. Do nothing. Keep it tight. Play it safe. Shut the crowd down. Nope. We've done the opposite. We have given away chances. We handed a penalty to them, even though it was soft. And the referee has shown himself to be a homer who is making every decision the Galatasaray fans want him to make. And what do? Do we take a step back, catch a breath? Do we play with a bit more common sense? Nope. We go the other way. We start tripping them up, running across our own 18-yard box, doing ridiculous things, and nearly conceded another one at the end of it. The whole thing is a shit show. And if Arne Slot isn't in that dressing room smashing teacups and screaming at players, I give up. Because that is a disgrace from start to finish. Galatasaray are not a very good team. They are not. And we've made them look good. So remember when we have the conversations about these guys wanting 200, 250 grand a week? Well, I give you Exhibit A and ask you, is Ibrahim Kanade worth 200,000 Great British pounds per week? No. Is Frimpong going to be the guy at right wing for the AFCON? No. And the biggest indictment of it all is that the manager doesn't play any of his right backs at right back because he doesn't trust them. Now make that make sense. For the love of God, make that make sense. Our best right back is our number 8. We spent 30 million on a right back that's playing as a winger and nowhere near it. One of our more creative players is playing at right back because he doesn't trust Bradley. I don't know. Like, this is on everyone. This is on the manager and the players. This isn't just one individual. We're not sitting here and I'm not saying to you, Canade's had a shocker, it's on him. This is a collective failure. I don't know what happened to our team. This is horrendous. All the weaknesses are exposed. All the feel-good factor is gone completely. Said Akash. Thank you, mate. Cora, 9, said, it was a pretty clear penalty. Stop crying. Fair enough. No problem if you think it was a penalty or not, but thanks for the money. This is the worst Champions League ref I've seen, said Nessie. No, it was a pretty clear penalty, Nessie. Stop crying. And by the way, like, really, am I only worth that to you to abuse me? I mean, it could have been a bit more than that, really, couldn't it? And it wasn't a pretty clear penalty. Your boy's a bitch, and he dove like a bitch, and he rolled around like a bitch, and he went on the ground when he got the ball in the ball like a bitch, and he went down holding his face like a bitch because, and I can't emphasize this enough, your boy's a bitch. Charlie said, I thought it couldn't get any worse after Palace. I missed Jota. We'd be 2-0 up with him there. I don't know for the life of me why Ekitike didn't shoot. I don't get it. Like, just dink it over the keeper. He's coming out to you. Straight forward. Just lift it over him. And he wasn't just trying to go around the keeper. Did you see how he was trying to go around the keeper? He was trying to go around the keeper by rolling his studs over the top of the ball, which wouldn't have worked anyway. The whole thing made no sense. And then Wirtz backheels it into Galatasaray players' path. They counter-attack and we give away the penalty. Our own undoing again. So, again, Jamal, for the love of God, shut the fuck up. Now that Salah's not out, who are you going to blame? Not a single player being consistently good this season, but let's all shit on Salah. What? Are you his boyfriend? Like, is he your brother? What the fuck are you on about? Salah's been horrendous and doesn't deserve to start. Get over it. But that doesn't mean that there aren't 8 or 9 other horrendous performances as well. You fanboys are weird. I don't support Salah. I support Liverpool FC. You freak. Get over yourself. I hate anybody that just supports one player over everything else. I support the club, mate. The badge, the fans, the history, the tradition, what it fucking stands for. Salah is part of it. And if you don't think he's been shit this season, then I don't know what to say to you, because he's been awful. But the fanboys are out in force, lapping up the fact we're losing. Do you know what I didn't see in your stupid little comment? I didn't see any anger that your team's losing. I didn't see any frustration that we're not winning. No, let's go straight to Salah. Fucking state of it. Luke said, too many changes in one window. I don't know if that's the case, Luke, mate. Because again, if we go through a lot of the 11s from recently, they've been mainly had the spine of our old team in it. Now, there are changes, fair enough. We've a new left back as an example. And yeah, a few things. But I don't know, man. I don't want to give an easy pass because it's been a collective failure. And even though this gobshite, Jamal, was cry arsing about Salah, if he listened to a word out of my mouth today, or anybody in the chat, it's all been about it being a collective failure. Nobody's pinpointing blame on any one person in this game, and nobody has that I've seen in the chat. But it's a collective failure. And that starts from the manager, and it starts then from the captain, and it seeps into the performances, and there's no leadership. There's no aggression. There's no common sense. There's no streetwise aspect to our football. It's slow, it's pathetic, and it isn't good enough. Simple. People blaming players, but we can even see patterns of play. What is Slot's style? This is horrid. Look, I would be a liar, Sonder, if I said to you, I'm happy with the style of the way we're playing. But what I will say is, again, devil's advocate, what I would say is, we've conceded chances, and that needs to be worked on. But we've also made 2 or 3 really good goal-scoring chances in that first half that wasn't taken. So, for the talk about style, and it is a valid point, mate, I get you. We've missed chances. that we should have taken. And that's got nothing to do with the manager, but I do take your point. Tipsy Dipsy said, with the money we've spent and the talent we have on the football pitch, we shouldn't be this boring to watch. Can't understand what we're doing. I'll be a liar, dude, if I said to you I can understand it either. I can't. Especially the passing the ball side to side at the back nonsense, which ends up more often than not with, let me see if you recognise this. Ball passed, look up, nothing on. Verge passes it back to the keeper, turns around and does this. How many times have you seen that in the first half? Where Canade or Virgil moan at the players ahead of them for not giving them an option, and we end up going back to the goalkeeper. Tell me if you've seen that, because I've seen it many, many times in the first half. Is Ibu in the WWE? Trossard, the horrible ref as always. Look, the ref has been shocking. He has, but that doesn't excuse us playing the way we are. We need to galvanise that feeling of frustration and being hard done by the ref and put it into a positive performance. Will said, evening Craig, so annoying watching tonight. Why are we making such hard work against an average side that would be lucky to be mid-table in the Prem? I can't disagree. They are an average side. We should be beating them much easier, and we're making hard work of it. Look, from the Galatasaray side, they're doing everything right. You know they're up against a better opponent, so they're trying to find every advantage they can. They're whipping the crowd up. They're buying the free kicks to stop starting the game. They're doing everything right, and full credit to them. You know, I get what they're doing, and I've no anger towards them whatsoever. The referee, on the other hand, needs to grow a pair and manage the game better. But players, like I always say, will get away with what the ref lets them get away with. You know, and I've no problem with that. Try the gamesmanship, try the dark arts, but it's up to the ref to set the tone. Colin Flores said, keep pointless possession till we give chances. Yep. And then, ironically, Colin, when we are in the opposition penalty area, we're creating those chances and they don't get taken. We give the ball away and they go up the other end and get the penalty. Cracklaw, thank you, mate. We made Galatasaray look like a team in the Premier League. Shay Tanya, and thank you. I wish Wirtz would hold the ball better, said Joseph Reinhardt. Christina said we're playing 12 men, all fouls go in their favour. McLovin said most of our attack came from the right. Gakpo's been poor. Marcus, thank you. Appreciate you. Saving energy for Chelsea. I'd love to think that was the case. Who to blame? But, you know, it's a continuation of poor form. Even though we've had results. The form we've all been open and honest about as Liverpool fans. None of us have felt the form and the performances have been great. And unfortunately, this is just a continuation. Blizzard said, making a meal out of everything, need to be direct. Agreed. David said, what is our style of play this season? Fed up with this side-to-side football. Again, mate, I am intelligent enough to give you the answer to that. And I mean that sincerely. I don't know either. I'm sure there has to be a reason for it. But if it is to be defensively more solid, well, is it happening? No. We've given away how many chances now by dicking around with the ball? Gravenberg gave it away, edge of our penalty area, free kick right at the end. We were attacking, like I said, and we were so open. First 5 minutes, one ball through Canade side of the defence, and it's a one-on-one with our keeper, and thankfully Alisson made a save. I don't get it. I don't know what Arna's trying to do here either. And promise you, because I can see a lot of comments in the chat saying again, nobody's really talking about the manager. You're right. You are right. It is a collective failure, and the manager is part of why this is happening. And it needs to be sorted. I agree with you 100%. But other days, there have been individual frailties that we could say, it's this guy or that guy. Today, it's just a continuation of what we've seen against Palace. How is that ever a pen? I've seen better acting in YouTube short movies. The referee calls nowadays make me cringe. So here's the thing. Once the ref gives the penno, it's almost impossible, unless it's simulation, for VAR to overturn it. What a referee should have done is not give it and let VAR have a look at it. And if VAR deems the ref needs to go to the monitor, then he can go have a look at it. But once it's given, if there's any contact whatsoever, VAR won't touch it. They won't overturn it. It will go, no obvious error. So once the ref points to the spot, there has to be an error for it to be overturned. And he did touch his face, as much as it wasn't enough, and I agree. That's the way the rules are. So if the ref took his time and wasn't a big fucking hometown gobshite who couldn't blow the whistle quick enough and pacify the home fans, then at least he would have bought himself time to have a look at it. But he didn't. And that's naivety from the ref, playing to the home crowd. Sonder said, Slots killed them with passes last year, and now I'm half asleep watching us play 10 touches at the back, not winning second balls, not pressing as a team. Let me run you through some of the stats real quick before we get back into the second half. Possession-wise, we've had 62% of it with 9 shots, 2 on target. There's always a huge discrepancy to our shooting to what goes on target because so many of them are blocked. Canade missed a header from 3 yards, unmarked, and put it 3 yards wide. Corners 4 for us, 2 for them. 87% passing accuracy, but I couldn't give a damn about it because we've done nowhere near enough with it. 236 total passes, 151 for them, 74 passing accuracy percentage. Second half will be on the way soon. Mike said the ref is spineless, and if a crow farted, these Galatasaray fans would fall over and roll around as if they were assaulted. But that's their job, though. Like I said, I've no problem with the fans of the Galatasaray players. It's their job to try to buy these things. But there's only one man who can make the decision, and that's the ref. And he's buying it. And that's the problem with it. The fans, they're doing their job. They're there to help their team. Players, they're trying to buy the free kicks and stuff. So now this dickhead of a ref has restarted both halves of the game. Because apparently he doesn't know how to start a game of football. So the first half had to restart it. Now in the second half, the same thing. Well done, ref. Moonia Life said, too bad we've no Fede to save us. Wish he was on. Do we miss Diaz in games like this? I would say yes. But Carl, to give some context, I actually think Gakpo was alright in that first half, He more often than not did something with the ball when he got it and wasn't dispossessed. But I do get what you're saying. I like a player to run at people as well, mate. 1 second. Let me just go back. So I'll sync up here at 1 minute for everybody. I have a load of super chats to work back through. So apologies. I'm getting through them as quick as I can. Oh, Galatasaray player nearly heading it past his own goalkeeper, but it will be a Liverpool ball right side. Let me just pause this 1 sec. I'm a few seconds ahead of the TV. Right, 46 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Liverpool in possession right side here with Jones, Soboslai, back to Jones. Where was I on the super? Oh my God, I have so many to get through. Josh said, this game is there for the taking. Still believe we can go and get the game. Strong start to the second half. Subs could make the difference. They could, mate. There's certainly a very strong bench there today, Josh. No denying that one, bro. But the referee needs to be better as well in the second half. Virgil heads it to Canade. Chests it down. Space ahead of him. And he's done it again. He's done that thing where he stops and goes sideways. Jordan said, Arna has to stop shoehorning players into the team. It's making the whole team weaker. I'm worried about Wirtz. Just can't seem to get comfortable, excuse me. Frimpong now, right side. Goes around the outside. Puts in a cross. Good ball. Gakpo over, jumps it and falls to the ground. Kirkes has it now, far side. He tries a cross, goes off the Galatasaray player, throw in Liverpool. Vava said, it's so weird how these highly rated players seem to forget how to play. Is it the training or the manager? Weird. Mate, I don't know either, but it's night and day, isn't it? From what we know we're capable of. But look, fingers crossed we can turn this around. We've pretty much the whole of the second half, so if we can grab an early one, you never know. Ball into the right channel to Frimpong. Gets to the outside. Pulls it back. Ekitike spinning, hits the ball. Goalkeeper saves it. Frimpong gets muscled out of it because it was 2 against 1, to be fair. Oh, I think what's the ref giving? He giving an offside somewhere in that. Where did he find this magical offside from? I think it is a Frimpong coming back. Is that what he's talking about? I don't know where the ref came up with that offside from. Adam said, my only beef with Arnott is we don't run anymore. For a team that he wants to be... Oh, there's Jones getting dispossessed by Osherman, and now he's in and Jones fouls him. No, the referee says it wasn't a foul. Well done. Well done, Jones. Great tackle, Curtis. Fair play. He had his pocket pinched and then he went and won the ball back. But of course, Osherman's still down on the ground, milking every moment of it. And this bitch of a ref has stopped the game again. This absolute spoofer, this Omadon of a referee has stopped the game once again when we were in possession up the other end of the pitch because Victor Osherman kicked the fucking ground and the ref stops it. Does he not know the goddamn rules? Does he not know the fucking rules? Jesus. That's twice in the same game. If Ekitike was an experienced player, Galatasaray down to 10 players. We Gala fans were lucky. He was too honest, but our team as a whole, mate, are too honest at times. Jason Burton said, I love my team, but where is our DNA in this team? Hugh Jones said, it's the first half, we're always better second half, let's go. This doesn't really matter, though, to be fair, Hugh. We should be better, mate, whether it's first half, second half. You know, we should be better. And this referee is an absolute piss taker, I swear to God. Every time. He stops it. Nobody near him. Other end of the pitch and we're in possession. And he stops it for a boo-boo to the leg of Osherman. Who was... How many bits of treatment has he had now? 3? Fuck me. You're a disgrace, referee. A disgrace. Sorry, I'm still playing catch-up here. What do you think of the sad news coming from Louth? Heartbreaking, Gaz. Honestly, I couldn't believe it, man. The whole family, heartbreaking. Catchphrase, thank you, mate. Free kick to Liverpool here, left side for a foul on Jones by Torreira. Spencer said, Klopp always factored in personality. Did Slot do the same with his transfer window? And why didn't we buy a centre-back as well? I'm angry with them all. Well, to be fair, we did try to get the centre-back. So I will give him a pass on that one, personally. But I don't know, man. We need to turn things around quickly. Pitside FC said, any idea what the game plan is? We're stuck. Yeah, I'm probably the same as you lads, to be honest, mate. Vibes. That's all I can think of at the minute. But let's see if vibes will get us back into it. Free kick here. If I was Szoboszlai, this ball would be going to Jones straight away. Look, straight to Jones and let Jones shoot. Straight to Jones and let him shoot. Right across the front of him. Now, put it into the wall instead, Dom. That's it. Attaboy. Free kick. Don't even beat the wall, Dom. Well done. Attaboy. Corner, because we know how good we are from them. Not Toyra said it seems to be all unravelling. What's gone wrong? I don't know. I'm just asking where the real leadership is out in the pitch, mate. That's where my gripe is at the minute. Who's grabbing this by the scruff of the neck? Let's see. Gakpo. Corner in. Galatasaray clear it. Alisson. The Frimpong. Back inside to Kanade. Oh, well done, Kanade. Kanade's now gifted it to Victor Osimhen. Not Kanade, excuse me, Gravenberch. My apologies to Kanade. My apologies. It was Gravenberch. 1-on-1 and Alisson makes the save. Yet again, my apologies to Kanade. That wasn't on him. It was Gravenberch. Oh no, it was Kanade. It was Kanade. I was right. Sorry. It was Kanade. He gives the ball away with a shitty pass. Osimhen's 1-on-1 with Alisson. Alisson makes the save. Ibrahim Kanade again. Greetings from AZ. Of friend. We'll go strong second half. Appreciate you, Chris. And lots of love to you over in Arizona, mate. Ryan, love you, Craig. Thank you, Ryan. Not much to love about me today, unfortunately, bro. And now Alisson's injured. That's super stuff. Super stuff, Ebu. Cheers for injuring our goalkeeper as well, Kanade. This, we are better than you. No, mate. Honestly, respect to Galatasaray and all, but you're not better than us. Don't be fucking stupid. You don't fear us. That's absolutely fine, mate. But you're not very good. So, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, you're entitled to support your team, and I respect that. Might be false positivity, but I believe the game is there for the taking. Come on, the Reds. Alisson's going off now to be replaced by Georgi Mamadashvili. So, Kanade has managed to injure our goalkeeper as well with his shitty passing. Well done, Ibu. Great man out there. Great man. 200 grand a week. He wants 200 grand a week. Can't fucking defend. Can't pass a ball. Can't head. And now... Longswear Logie said, need someone like Rio to penetrate on the right. Catchphrase said, it's starting to feel like the 22-23 season with all the side-to-side passing. I hope we can find some rhythm before the season starts to run away. Marcus said, Vert's equaliser to begin the half. Book it. I did, mate. It didn't happen. We attack with no purpose, sideways and backwards, said Iman. Yoko said, I think Arna will make the right changes. Keep believing, never give up. United fan here, despite your issues, I still think you'll win the league. And maybe this tournament, Verts is not either. Whereas McAllister on the bench. And I strongly, I don't know, maybe I'm being a fool here. But I'll die on the hill that Verts is a great player. And that he's going to show it. I'm adamant about that. But look, I can't say that he's lit it up since he's come in. Because that would be false of me. But thank you. Appreciate your honest views as well, James. Thank you. We need urgently this win, guys. You've been in final stages anyway. Thank you for boring football as a Galatasaray fan. Look, I appreciate from your side, my man. I get it. And your fans are great. They're doing their job, like I said. And I know you need to win. In the Champions League, you always want to try and win your home games. And trust me, my frustration's not aimed at you. It's at my boys, the referee, and some of our decision-making. But nothing but respect, and thank you for your kind words as well. Slot needs to figure out how to accommodate these signings, or dark times are coming, said Maddie Gorman. Mateo said, this seems like the perfect game to have Isak and Hugo on the pitch together. I agree. Amash said, Ali injured himself before the save. Did he? I didn't know that one. Sorry if he did. I assumed he'd injured it going to ground before. But either way, still doesn't excuse Kanade being way, way, way off it. But thank you for that, Amash. Appreciate being corrected if I'm wrong. How do we get rid of Nunes and become worse? It's a fair point. Yeah, so, I don't know, man. It's it's a noodle scratcher. So Ekitike chested the ball 5 yards to a Galatasaray player and then fell on the ground looking for a free kick. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm very confused as a red. Stop with the negativity. Wirtz has had haulers all season, but don't get the same hate as Canada. Make it make sense. Oh, I'll make it make sense really fucking quickly for you, Bashir. One of them's just in the door through the football club and is getting used to the league. And Canada is holding out for a move to Real Madrid and pretending he still wants to stay at the club. Figured it out for you? Does it make sense now? Canada is playing like he doesn't give a shit. Canada is playing like his head's elsewhere. That's why. Wirtz gets not a pass, but he gets time. Because he's just new to the club. So I hope I've made it make sense to you. It's not that difficult to figure out. And it's not hate when I'm right. You think Canade's been good? You think that pass that was intercepted that gave up the chance, him being out of position for the other chance in the first half, that's him playing well, is it? It's not hate when I'm right. It's hate if I'm inventing shit. But I'm right. He's been awful. But he's not the only one. He's not the only one. 15 minutes into the second half and still no real signs of... Oh, they're at it again. They're at it again. This referee, man. This referee. Loved it. See, the really worrying thing here for me is that Arna apparently hasn't seen enough to want to change this. That's what has me really confused now, is that Arna's looking at this and doesn't think anyone needs hauling off. There we go again. 3 passes, one from Virgil to Kirkes, one from Kirkes back to Virgil, and then Virgil goes back to the goalkeeper. Free kick to Liverpool in the centre circle. Yellow card for the Galatasaray player for pulling back Wirtz as he was trying to counter, but Wirtz had gotten away from him and just misplaced the pass then after that. Here's a triple change. Salah, Isak, and I couldn't see the third player. So it's Gakpo, Salah, Isak, and Bradley. So Gakpo off, Salah on. Be interesting to see who goes where now. So Salah goes to right wing. Isak's coming on for... I didn't see that change. Who it was? Bradley's on. They didn't show us who came off. So Ekitike's gone out left. So Ekitike's left. Isak's central. Right, so Bradley's gone to right back. Right, so Salah right wing, Ekitike left, Isak central. Bradley into right back. So Frimpong went off. Gakpo went off. Go on, Isak, go on. Unlucky, at least you got a shot away. Keeper goes long. Verge wins the header. Bradley to Szoboszlai. Liverpool throw in near side. So Gravenberch was the third player off, was he? I think Gravenberch was the third one off then. So Gravenberch off, Gakpo off, Frimpong off, if I'm not mistaken. We never got a graphic on the screen to tell us who went off, but it looks like Gravenberch to me. Now Salah's been dispossessed. He wins it back though. Good man, Mo. Set the tone. Well played. Then Wirtz gives it away. Oh my God. So yeah. Okay, apparently these idiots who were doing this thing that Ekitike went off, even though he's on the fucking pitch left side. So, I don't know what... The graphic that came up on my screen said Ekitike, Gakpo, Frimpong off. But yeah, I'm looking at Ekitike on the left wing. It was Gravenberch off, Frimpong off, Gakpo off. Wirtz is killing it this second half. He's having to come far too deep. I want Wirtz further up the pitch. I don't want him having to drop back in deep into midfield. I want him up behind the strikers. I know it's Ekitike's turn to be brushed off the ball far too easily in possession. Oh my God, we can't even clear the ball. Oshiman's down again. Get up, you bitch! Fuck me, does this man ever stand up? He's down again, rolling around Oshiman. For the love of God. And the ref's done it again. He stopped the game again. You absolute fraud. This referee is a disgrace. He stopped it again. He has stopped the game again when we're on the attack up the far end of the pitch because Victor Osimhen, the big baby that he is on the fucking ground like a big baby again. And this ref, oh my God. Oh my God. Honestly. No, mate. He's been shy. No words to eat. I'm right, you're wrong. And I think you've, you know, look at your user account name and tell me I deserve to give you any respect. So you're pretty clear what your agenda is from where you're coming with your name. So I'm right, you're wrong. And also, you're banned. Rick James, I'm watching it on Premier Sport, mate, in Ireland. I believe it's on Amazon if you're in the UK, bro, which I think you are from the super chat. So yeah, it's in the UK. It's on Amazon, mate. I'm watching it on Premier Sport, sorry. Alex, look at his username. Everything about why he supports Salah and not Liverpool is in his username. So just look at that for your reasoning as to why he's trying to get to eat me words. Salah's been terrible. You know it, I know it, Arna knows it, Salah knows it, everyone knows it. The only people that refuse to acknowledge it are the ones that don't actually support Liverpool and support Mohamed Salah. You know the ones I'm on about. We've seen them over the years that can't do any wrong, and any of us that call any of it out, we're either racist or we're Islamophobic or some other bullshit excuse to try and glorify a poor performance. But I don't care. I'm going to keep being honest. And he deserved to be rested. Tony said, why are the back four constantly passing to each other? Again, my friend, your guess is as good as mine. So Ekitike has gone off with a knock now. So that's Ekitike off with a knock. Allison off with an injury. It's turned into a really great evening this for us. So Mac is on now for Ekitike, and hopefully it's nothing too major with Ekitike. Timothy said, I think we might be better with Endo, Maka, Gravenberch midfield that we had under Klopp, with Endo as the anchor was pretty good. Maybe Szoboszlai as Trent stand-in. I've no problem with us going back to, let's say, a midfield, the old reliable midfield maybe of Gravenberch, McAllister and Szoboszlai for a little bit. I don't think Endo's the solution, but you know, I wouldn't have any arguments if Arna wants to go back to that old midfield trio for a while. We spoke about it during the week. You know, you could make an argument to then slowly introduce Verts back in as the games become a bit slower and teams become stretched. Mike Henry said, honestly, what are we watching, Craig? Because it ain't football. Your guess is as good as mine, Mike. But we're 70 minutes in now, and excuse me, but I don't remember a chance in the second half. If I've missed something, apologies, but I don't really remember us creating that yet in this second half with 25 gone. Szoboszlai. I think Icardi's getting ready to come on. Salah. Jones. To Virgil. Out left side. To Wirtz. Cross in. Header from Bradley. It's about 5 yards wide, unfortunately. Good ball in from Florian Wirtz. Good pick out. Bradley makes a late run to the far post. Just can't guide the header goalwards. See, Maddie, you are 100% right, mate. And it's been a battle that I've had making content since Salah joined the club. They're Salah FC, like you've said. They're not Liverpool fans. They'll support. If he was to become a Man City player tomorrow, they'd support Man City. And they think they get to talk down to us for spouting the truth that we would say about any player. If it was Alisson, if it was Virgil, if it was anyone, we'd speak out if they weren't playing. So I agree. They aren't Liverpool fans, mate. They aren't. And it's very clear. You can tell them a mile away. And they think they get to talk down to the rest of us. Nah, not when I'm here. And thank you, mate. Appreciate you. And there's always a motive as well, mate. You know, it couldn't just be that we're calling him out because he hasn't played well. It has to be because we hate Egyptians or because we're racist or because it's a religious reason or something. It's all just such nonsense. Happy when everybody praises him. But when everybody criticises a bad performance, all of a sudden, that's not good enough. Again, every second ball Galatasaray wanted more. Another foul, another Galatasaray player down. The yellow card for Bradley now. Should have been a handball to us in the middle of the pitch. This idiot of a ref misses it and now Bradley fouls and gets a yellow. Should have been a free kick to us in the middle of the pitch. But don't mind that. We'll ignore the handballs. And we'll ignore the Galatasaray player jumping in front of Bradley This referee is an absolute tin pot clown who must have got his ref badge in the back of a box of cornflakes or something, because he couldn't have been qualified, because he's absolutely tin pot pathetic. Liverpool man, back four, ring a Rosie, and then attackers that are like government employees enjoying their massive salaries and doing F all. Galatasaray go long, too much on it, goes through to Managerial. I missed one here. Sorry, I need to just find this one. Where is this? Oh, there it is. Yeah. And could you ring Mum and ask her to ring Ray? Say Ray tried to ring me. Thank you. Has Salah ever been a great player, or is it just a stat padder? No, mate, he has been a wonderful, wonderful player for us. And no, wouldn't be a stat padder. Honestly, the criticism that Salah's getting at the moment is deserved criticism, because he's not near the level we as Liverpool fans have enjoyed and been privileged to watch for 8 years. So we know what he's capable of. We know the standards he's set. And no, he's not a stat padder. He really, really is hopefully still is, but was and has been a fantastic footballer that is being creative as well as a goal scoring machine. Good night, bedtime for Oscar. Can't watch anymore. Well, I hope there are better days ahead, Oscar, and love as always, my friend. Take care, buddy. The Red King said Liverpool back to being shite, then slot looking like Roy Hodgson. "75 minutes gone." Oh, they're at it again. It's okay. There's another one down. Another one down now. Another one down. Another one down, ref. Stop the game again, ref. We couldn't possibly have the game going on a minute. Another Galatasaray player's down. I don't understand this, Cass. Bit low to be putting that onto Islamophobia. I don't know what you mean. If we're talking about the account whose name was, let me see, debunking Islamism, I'm not the one with that username. And I didn't put anything onto Islam. I said, I've been called an Islamophobe. I've been called a racist. I've been called... I didn't accuse anybody else of anything. I'm telling you what's happened to me and my lived experience on this channel. And like I said, debunking Ishmaelism, or whatever the fuck his account name is. So I'll accept your apology, Cass, whenever you want to give it, because I didn't accuse anybody of any Islamophobia. I told you of my lived experience, and I have hundreds of comments over the years. So, again, Klopp's team would have beat this team 5-0. Any decent Liverpool side would have put these lads to bed, because they're not a great side. Another free out. Well done, ref. Well done. Another free out. Good man. We can't have it. Another free kick, by the way, for us. Set piece we have. Ball into the box. We fouled their player, free out. Rinse and repeat over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Over and over again. We're either the dirtiest team in world football or the naivest team, the most naive team in world football. It's one or the other, because that's 4 set pieces in this game. We've given away free kicks in the opposite direction. Mutt said, I think we're missing hiding it. Defence not the same. Tough watch, this. And Kingsley, appreciate you. I'm really stung by this, Cass. I'm really, really stung by this, because I think if there's one person who's inclusive and has been on their channel for a very long time, who goes out of their way to support everybody, minorities of any ethnicity, doesn't matter, I welcome and support. So I'm a little bit stung by that, to be honest with you, mate, because I deserve better than that. I'm a better person than that. I love that you can make all these claims against somebody with no repercussion, but I have to sit here and just listen to your bollocks. Fucking Islamophobic, my God. I've heard it all now. Yellow card for Icardi. Sanchez hooks it away for Galatasaray. Zidinho said, Craig, this is the most inclusive place on YouTube. And no lie, Eli, I read out a super chat, mate. And like I said, don't proofread everything before I put it up. Someone spent the money on a super chat, and I read it. Cheers, guys. Do you know what gets me about it, though? The people that falsely accuse other people of it are undermining the actual scumbags who are anything phobic, homophobic, Islamophobic. All these cry arse fake claims of abuse towards people are undermining the actual people who are suffering at the hands of real racist scumbags. That's what saddens me about it all. To accuse me of being Islamophobic is quite simply hurtful, and I would say way off the mark, because show me any. Ben, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. So we've got 9 minutes to go here. Corner to Liverpool. No, referee's given a goal kick. Salah's right, by the way. It should have been a corner, but referee's given a goal kick. We've not really improved much second half, right? The most worrying part for me in this second half, folks, is that we haven't looked like we put it right. It feels like, do you remember when we were talking the other day when we were chasing the game against Palace and we just kind of just threw everything at it and hoped for the best? It kind of feels a similar way here. Like Galatasaray are working very, very hard off the ball. And, with the home crowd behind them, that'll keep them energized. But look at this shit. We just played a 60, 70-yard long ball that's gone all the way through to the keeper in the corner of his own penalty area. Like, that's what we've resorted to try to get into this. It's just shocking. Thank you, Kingsley. I appreciate that, my man. Not for me to say, bro, but I appreciate it. I enjoy doing them with you guys, but this performance today, man, it's confusing. We used to complain about players being selfish, but feels like Mo and such don't take their chances. Back-to-back Hendo passes. The Mignolet days. To be fair, since Salah's come on, he's tried and done. This isn't on him, and I'm not saying you said it is either, by the way, Sean. But this is, like I've tried to say a few times, there will be individual moments where I'll have to criticize a player for one stupid thing, but it's a collective failure. Goal kick, 6 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Yeah, it's a collective failure, mate, from the manager right down. And, we don't know what instructions the players are getting, so it's difficult, but we're not seeing fluidity. We're not killing teams with the ball or possession. We're not wearing them down. We're not doing anything here today, again, except looking disjointed and confused. Blizzard said, do these lot train together? No chemistry. It really is confusing, Blizzard, isn't it? Like, there's not much out there that shows improvement. And that's when you're looking at these things, I'm not saying you forgive poor performances, but if it's in the search of betterment and you can see a philosophy and you can see what they're trying to do, it makes it a little bit easier to understand mistakes. But when you've got so many people in our community and Liverpool fans around the world who don't know what we're looking at, that is a telling thing. The referee's just given another mad free kick here for no reason, and Kirkes is baffled by it, and the Galatasaray player's on the ground again. They shoulder to shoulder each other, and neither of them could have moved out of the way of it. Both of them come together shoulder to shoulder, and the ref gives the free kick. Blah said, fossil football, never seen anything like it. I've officially found out Sloth playstyle right now. It's called football side to side or smash it up. Like, whatever he comes out and says, and I don't know what he says in his post-match press conference, I just hope he's honest, because to try to use any metric or anything other than saying that this wasn't good enough is just mugging us off. Liverpool look like a team that just met. No chemistry in the team. Once had loads of chemistry. I can't disagree, Gary. I can't, bro. I'd love to. I'd love to say, hang on, Gary, you're wrong, mate. Look at this, this, or this. But I can't, because you're right. And that's what hurts the most about it. I think Isak's had 2 touches, by the way. 2 or 3 touches so far in the game. We definitely need the international break to regroup. What do you think? Said Ricardo. I mean, I'm worried about going into it now, mate, because we could go into this international break 2nd place in the league, and we had 5-point gap. So Saturday becomes an even bigger game now, because now the pressure really is on. So I don't know is the honest answer, bro, if it's coming a good or a bad time, because it's not like they're going to be together and coaching and training. A lot of them are heading off on international duty. Corner in. Headed away by Galatasaray. Shot on the edge of the box. Another shot from us for Verts blocked. Cross in deep. Head down. Kanade. Penalty for Liverpool. Penalty. Canade, ball was up in the air, and Canade went to put his leg towards it to get a touch, and a boot came in, side into his leg, and the ref points to the spot. I'm just looking at Canade and hope he's all right here because he looks like he's in pain. Jones heads it down. Canade chests it. He's going to volley it and shoot. And then, yeah, follow through, studs up challenge, catches Canade's right foot, and the ref's right to award a penalty. Although, Galatasaray player gets a touch on the ball. Might be overturned, this. Gala player gets a touch on the ball. This is going to get overturned. It's going to get overturned. And rightly so. I didn't notice it the first time. Galatasaray player gets there first. It shouldn't be a penalty. Refs going to the monitor. And look, they're right. This hurts to say it, but they're right. The Galatasaray player got the ball. He's right. It's not a penalty. Whitehammer said Wirtz is damn awful, so weak. No penalty, overturned, and it's the right decision. It hurts as a Liverpool fan at the end of the game to say it, but it's the right decision. It wasn't a penalty. So it'll be a drop ball to Galatasaray keeper. Adam said it does hurt, but we can be honest. I've always promised you, mate, you'll get my honest opinions on here. I'm not saying I'm always going to be right, but I'm always honest, and that wasn't a penalty. The ref was right to change it. Liverpool players now getting angry at the referee out there. So I understand them getting frustrated with the referee, but they should be frustrated with each other because the performance hasn't been good enough again. I don't like this moaning at the ref shift from the players because ultimately they're the ones in control. They're the ones that can put this game away from Galatasaray and haven't. Galatasaray are doing what they need to do in their best interests. I've always said I don't mind that. Referee needs to be stronger. 8 minutes added on, of which we've had one. Exactly this comment, by the way, from Tom Sharkey. It's a pity he couldn't bring himself to get to the monitor for their pen. I agree on that as well. So there was another one. This from Kilo said, wish we saw this anger earlier. More fire. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Where's that been for the rest of the 90 minutes? Canade now. Bradley. To Jones. McAllister. Kirkes. Corner to Liverpool. Far side. 6 minutes. Just under 6 minutes to stop his time to go. I don't have control over the clock, mate. It's done in a back-end system that I have no control over, so unfortunately I can't change it. It's 8 minutes. It says 1. I don't know. That's wrong, but I can't change it. Now it's fixed. Corner cleared, edge of the box. McAllister, strike, puts it 3-4 yards wide. Goal kick, Galatasaray. So we've had 3 of the 8 minutes. 5 minutes to go. Galatasaray still lead by a goal to 0. Another one of these folks where we're going to have more questions than answers. Oh, Virgil's just passed the ball straight to a Galatasaray player, and now we're defending inside our own box as well. Now our captain's at it. And we've ended up giving away a corner. Any chance you could apologise to your teammates, Virg, rather than start to moan at people? Because you fucked up, bro. Adam said, unfortunately, this ref has refused to let this game flow, regardless of which team he's blowing for. He's taken every single chance to stop the game. The 3, Adam, that really, 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 really wind me up, mate, are the 3 times where we've been on the opposite end of the pitch on the attack, and a Galatasaray player's been down in the other half with a leg injury, and 3 times he stopped the game. 3 times. Not a head injury. Galatasaray drag a shot just wide of the post. Lucas Torreira wide of Mamardashvili's post. 3 times, mate. That's the one. That's the thing that has wound me up about the ref more than anything else. McAllister now overhit. Looking for Salah over the top, but there's an extra 5-6 yards on it, and it goes through to the Galatasaray keeper. I'm Mike, so I stayed up for 5 a.m. for this. Imagine, Mike, the other side of it though, mate. Imagine if you would spend your hard-earned to travel over to Turkey with the team to support, and you get this performance. Like, I would imagine it was a fairly expensive trip for the Reds that went over. Beautiful city, Istanbul, definitely worth a visit. And, you know, on that side of it, I hope they had a great time, because it is a gorgeous city with great food and lots of stuff to do. But, yeah, imagine spending your hard-earned to go and watch it, and that's what they put in again after losing the Palace. I feel sorry for those travelling Reds. Maka, Kirkes, Wirtz, Jones dispossessed this time. 2 minutes of stoppage time to go. Still Galatasaray 1-0 up. Ryan said, why do we never look well up for the game? No fight, always seem to just be at one mundane level regardless of the score. So I'm a big believer, Ryan, in leadership setting the tone. So as a player, if I was out there, I wouldn't like Virgil and Arna's style of management, because I like emotion. I want my captain barking orders. I want my captain leading. I want my captain fighting. I want my manager the same. So I can't really relate to it, but others are motivated differently. But you are right. Whatever it is, Ryan, they're not going out there with the spark. Throw in. 30 seconds to go. Bacon Bap said I'm going to buy a ticket to Madrid for Canada myself. Sure, centre-backs are playing centre-forward now. Canade's up there playing as a centre-forward. We've gone full Harry Maguire, Ruben Amorim here. Another cross in from Soboslai. Galatasaray still clearing their lines. It's over. Refs blown up. Galatasaray win by 1-0. And the shit show under Arne Slot continues. Congratulations to Galatasaray on their win. I'm sure it'll be well celebrated and rightly so. But for us, pathetic. Kieran said, Vert stinker again. It's not just him, mate. Although he wasn't great. The whole team, from back to front, front to back, sideways, it's just not good enough. I feel bad for Isak for being poor since he arrived, said Adam. Look, it's there's no words that I can say that you aren't thinking at home right now. You know, it's a big win and a big night for those Galatasaray fans, and fair play to them and their players. They won the game, but our boys, I don't know what to say. Right from the manager all the way through the level of performance, it's just nowhere near it. It's just way, way off. And there's going to be a lot of questions asked. And we've a big game on Saturday. We've lost 2 games in a row now and not looked anywhere near it for all of our games so far. Gotten away with the first 6 with wins. Today, though, from the off, we looked nowhere near it. We were flat. We were devoid of creativity. Just not good enough. And 2 injuries to boot as well. To Allison, and we don't know with Ekitike, but they had to both go off with knocks. And yeah, that's where we're at with it. So I'll be back for the match reaction in 60 seconds. Congratulations, Galatasaray. It finishes Galatasaray 1, Liverpool 0. What's the point of most expensive number 9 in the world if we don't even try playing him the ball? Serious balance problems in the team. I can't read the last part out, mate. I'll get in trouble. But it is all concerning, and you're all right. There is a lot of questions to be answered, and I will see you guys, and we'll try and pick the bones out of it in 60